still united. Hot takes, hard hits. You're all invited. Have at it. Family divided.
I'll be back in this motherfucker for the third time.
Hey, everybody. It's Sonja from El Paso. Sonja still from El Paso, seasoned cracker, not to be confused with the Soggy Saltines on the right, second generation American, daughter of an immigrant, and non-practicing Caucasian. And we are here, Have At It Family Divided. And I am going to introduce, why are you laughing over there already? We just starting. Anyway. Anyway, let me go ahead and introduce the people that I got on here with me today. I've got Tremell over there.
What up, world? What up, world?
How you doing today?
You know, just another day living life blessed.
Okay. And then over here, I've got Malyk.
What up, people? I hope you're having a blessed one.
Yes, a blessed one. Okay. And on the phone, I've got Erynn Renee.
1 2 1 2.
In full effect.
And on the other phone, we've got Eryka Yvette.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, that is all I got.
We switching things up a little bit today. It is Friday. We decided Sundays was going to be family day where everybody can do their own thing. And so we decided to come on out here on a Friday evening and share the day with you. And this is going to be interesting. But before we get started on all of that, let's have conversation. Let's see how we doing for the week. Tremell, what's going on with you this week?
Just another day. You know, it's Friday, so I'm glad to be off for the weekend. I know it's a holiday weekend, but I am scheduled. I scheduled myself on Monday, half day. That way I have a half day next Friday. But other than that, you know, like life is lifing.
Life is lifing, yes.
Life be lifing, man.
Malyk, how's your week been?
What's going on? It's been great. It's been blissful. Came across some new opportunities, so, you know, all is looking up.
Okay,
Hey.
Tell us about that opportunity.
I don't know if I could, you know, dive in too deep. I signed an NDA, and I don't want y'all niggas in my pockets, but Papa Elon, I'm coming.
Oh. Papa Elon. Okay. All right. Erynn, how you doing? What's been happening with you this week?
Not much. Same thing. Working. I am off on Monday, so I'm looking forward to the 3-day weekend.
Yes.
That's about it.
Must be
Nothing
nice.
Okay. All right.
It is. I got to tell y'all today, though, one thing that did happen to me today was the first. I had somebody on social media take one of my poems and post it on his page and crop my name out.
Damn.
What?
So now I got to go. Yeah, I've never had that happen. I went to his, and they had the nerve to follow me. And so then I went and respectfully asked him to not crop my name out. And I'm giving him some time to fix it. He gonna thumbs up my comment, but not fix it.
You got to watermark your whole
Okay.
poem.
What? Yes.
I know. I need to. I'm gonna go report that later. But yeah,
That
outside
is
of that, nothing new has
crazy.
happened.
You give us the username, we'll report it too.
Swear to God.
That's
swear to God.
crazy.
Thanks.
All right. Okay. Eryka, how you doing today?
God is good.
All the time.
All the
All
time.
the time,
All
guys.
the time. Yeah.
God is good.
All right. So we're going to do things a little differently today. We decided last week on the podcast that y'all didn't get to see because it wasn't really put out worthy. So we decided on that podcast that we were going to do things differently and we were all going to take turns picking a topic. So today's topic comes to you by none other than Erynn Renee. So Erynn, I'm going to give you the floor and you can go ahead and set this up for us.
This is my first time giving an intro. But let me just ask, does anybody know outside of Eryka, does anybody know what the topic is? Did you tell Eric?
Did Eryka tell Eric?
No, I haven't spoken to Eryka.
No, did you tell Eric?
No, she gave me something, but I ain't believe her. So that's why I hit the group chat.
She told him. All right. So the title of this episode is going to be called What Healing Really Looks Like Beyond the Aesthetic. And so obviously I was in charge, and instead of it being multiple, and I thought you did.
No.
But so instead of picking 3 or 4 different topics to go ahead and discuss, I decided on this one topic with a little bit more depth. It's a big one for me. And then also because I feel like, I don't know, like with social media, I feel like somewhere along the line, like this whole healing era thing is like becoming romanticized. I think it's like real soft and curated. And I feel like it's only talked about when you're talking about like journaling and breakthroughs and candles and meditation and shit like that. I don't think that a lot of people actually dive deep and discuss or post or share like what it feels like when you're like actually in the thick of it. And when you're in those moments when you're like desperately trying not to go back to like old habits or toxic behaviors, when like your growth feels less like progress and more like loss. I feel like it's really a difficult thing to discuss when you're trying to heal and you feel like you're doing everything right, but then everything still feels like it's unraveling. So to me, I feel like the truth is that healing is not pretty. It's not soft. It's not always glamorous. I feel like it's really confusing. I feel like it's a really lonely journey sometimes. And I feel like a lot of the times it gets worse before it gets better. So in this episode, I want to talk about all of it. So that's what we're going to do. And before we do jump into it, I do want to go ahead and say that if anybody is listening, if you are in that space of healing right now where it doesn't feel so great, I just want to go ahead and say that you're not behind, you're not broken, you're just in the process. So let's go ahead and jump into it. My first question to everyone to start this off is I would like to hear what everybody's first thoughts are when you hear the word healing.
Shopping.
Of course. You say that.
Okay. I can relate to that. Eric, Tremell.
For me, I think it's just finally being in love with myself.
Okay. Malyk.
First word that comes to mind, you said?
Yeah. Or not just one word, just like what are the first thoughts when you hear somebody say healing?
Uncomfortable.
Comfortable. Okay.
I like that one.
Eric.
I like Makai's answer.
Comfortable.
No.
Uncomfortable.
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 Oh, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Why do you guys, I think a lot of people get confused. Like a lot of people, I thought you said comfort at first. I think a lot of people confuse the two, like comfort and peace. And I think people sometimes when they feel comfortable, they mistake that as being healed or like in a place of peace. Do you guys, I know not everybody here is on Instagram, but those of us who are on Instagram, do you guys feel like people on social media tend to romanticize this whole healing journey?
Most definitely. For the simple reason is we live in an artificial world currently. You know, the things we see on social media are what the people want us to see, not necessarily what they're feeling, what they're going through. And I think everybody wants to be a part of some type of movement at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of fakeness on social media. People perceive to be healed when they're really not healed.
True. I think I could speak like when I first started like this whole healing thing, and I say it now, but then I look back and I'm like, I kind of did the same thing. I remember posting, like I'm heavy into yoga and meditation, and those were my posts. I would post about my mornings journaling and when I was doing yoga and meditating, and I was one of those people where only posting like the soft parts, the things that you can share on social media, when behind the scenes it was a lot uglier than that. And I think people don't share that stuff because it's kind of embarrassing. I guess
Well, it's 'cause
it's not appealing to people.
a lot of people look at that as like a weakness, right? When you're going through something and you're healing, if you're not healing exactly the way somebody else thinks you should be healing, they look at it as like you're weak. And that's absolutely not the case at all, because everybody heals differently.
Yeah. I just wonder why those things are viewed as like it's strange to me to think like when you're thinking about like human emotions, we're so eager to share certain things, but then those other more vulnerable, it's not that nobody in the world feels these things. It's not that nobody in the world feels sad or cries or angry or, everybody in the world feels that way, but for some reason those emotions are, like you said, deemed as weak. And so nobody wants to share that side.
Yeah, nobody wants to be perceived as weak, even though that's not what really is happening. But I guess there's a taboo about all of that.
I think that. I think nobody wants to be perceived as weak. And I also think it's because the enemy is always watching in the simplest form.
Facts.
You never know who's out to get you.
Yeah.
People, and not to say that people are out here to get you, but it's hard to have, it's hard to feel like you're in a comfortable space to express vulnerability when you don't know who your enemy is.
That is very true.
True. Do you guys feel like people can like confuse self-care with healing? Like, do you guys notice like care, like going to get massages, going to get your nail done, bubble baths, candles, things like that? Do you think people tend to think like that is the same as healing?
I think people use that as a mask to feel good for the moment, but that's all it is for the moment. That is not actual internal healing. That is masking it. That's putting a Band-Aid on something. It's just a temporary
Yeah,
fix.
I think it's a way to avoid like the actual hard work that actually goes into
Yeah.
healing.
Yeah, because it is hard work. To heal is hard work. You have to dig down deep. You have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself without the blinders on, without the facade of the thoughts that you think are, and you have to be real with yourself. Unless you're real with yourself, you're not going to really truly heal.
I will say,
Fact.
that for some people in the world, the smallest acts are healing. Like you said, going to get facials and all these other activities. I think it's all considered a version of healing. I don't think we should downplay it because there are people out there who, what I'm saying, can't get out of the bed, and the only thing they can do is maybe go on a walk or open up a book in the bed and read a couple pages. I think whatever you find brings power to your soul is considered healing.
But isn't that just like a momentary fix? Like it's not really internal healing. That's just like I feel good in the moment. I'm enjoying getting this massage
Right.
and it feels good, but
Right.
it's not really healing what's broken on
But
the inside.
I mean, at the same time too, you got to start from the bottom. I mean, it's a gradual increase. I
Mm.
mean, and I can only speak for myself as somebody who's healing through the things I got to heal through. I didn't just jump straight to, what I mean, getting the work done. I had to start to build the confidence in myself and start to build the comfortability within my soul to try to even heal.
Hmm.
So I had to start somewhere. And,
True.
I think the problem is though
And that
too.
actually,
Go ahead.
no, that was actually like kind of going into my next question to everybody is like, does everybody, I know I would think most of us here, I think most people in the world are healing from something. So like for all of us here, do you all feel like you're in a place of healing? Like, are you in a healing era right now, actively working?
No.
Sorry, my radio went on.
I feel
Eryka,
like
you said yeah?
I said no.
Oh, you said no? You don't feel like you're
No.
in a place of healing?
I think I'm in a place of denial.
In denial.
Yeah.
Okay. But do you feel like that kind of goes hand in hand though? So that just kind of, you even saying that, acknowledging that means that you know that you need to heal.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I know I need to. I don't think I'm doing the right work to fully get there though.
Oh, okay, got it. Got it. The rest of you, do you feel like you're in a place of like you're having to heal from certain things?
Tremell.
To be honest with you, I feel as though I probably should be healing. But I mean, for the last few years, I kind of just sweep everything to the back of my mind and just bury it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how I get through the time.
So more avoidant type of approach.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Malyk,
Mom.
me.
Okay.
I think I'm still processing a lot. I'm at that stage in my world where I feel like I'm afraid to take steps because I don't want to go back to the pain. I don't want to I just don't want to deal with pain and hurt. I'm over that and I'm afraid. I don't think I'm completely healed. I know I act like I am sometimes, but I don't think I am. I don't know. Do you ever know if you really truly healed?
That's a good question. Micaiah, you already mentioned like you're in a place of healing right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess to put plainly, yeah, I'm in a state of healing, but at the same time too, and I don't like to downplay my pain because I'm sitting here playing the comparison game because pain is pain at the end of the day. But I've noticed that I'm outsourcing to start that journey. So I don't really know. Maybe it's a mix of yes and no.
Yeah. But everybody here, I guess, can acknowledge the fact that there's something that we actively, like, we need to work to heal. Like, everybody has something that they probably feel like they should heal from.
So
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can
And
tell
then,
that in the room here. Like you can tell everybody is just like we're all thinking. We're all thinking and it's
yeah,
quiet and it's like you can tell like everybody's got something on their mind.
hold the tears, people. My fault.
hold the tears. And then, and then it's like all of the different, it's like when you think about healing, like there's so many different areas and so many different aspects that need to be healed or need to be addressed. Like it could be emotional, mental, like relationship, spiritual, trauma. Like there's so many things that I feel like I wonder if there's anybody in the world is not needing to heal from something. And Mom, like you kind of mentioned, like, are we ever completely healed? I think that healing is something that is ongoing. I don't know if you ever get to a point, or I wonder if anybody has ever gotten to a point in their life where they don't need to actively work on healing certain things in their life.
I think if we get to that
I don't
point
know
where
what.
we don't have to heal anymore, something else is going to happen to where we got to start it all over again. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It's like
Yes.
we overcome something that devastated us or hurt us or something, and then we get over that and we're like great, and then boom, something else happens to bring us right back down to where we were, and it's like we constantly
Mm-hmm.
playing catch up with the healing, and it's like we may have healed from this trauma, but now we got this trauma which is different, and it's like, oh, now we're going to master this, and then we got this happening, so it's like it's just a never ending journey, and we have to decide how we're going to walk through it.
So healing is just like a part of life. It's
Yeah.
just an ongoing thing, because if it's not one thing, it's another.
And everybody heals differently, and it's a journey. It's a journey.
What do you guys feel like is preventing, for those of you that have acknowledged that you're not actively working on healing, what do you think is preventing you from actively healing and taking those necessary steps?
For me, honestly, I don't think anything's preventing me. It's just not something that I'm trying to do right now.
Why would you not want to heal right now? Like, there's got to be something holding you back from
Because
that.
in order to heal, you have to open up scars.
Okay.
So, like I said, I avoid the thoughts, I avoid the voices, I avoid all of that to potentially.
So you mask it. You pretend it's not there.
Absolutely.
I have a question.
Okay.
Long term, where do you think that gets you? Because we've had conversations in the past about where a man or what type of man we need to be for certain people and how we can try to become that person. So hearing what you have to say now and then looking back on conversations we used to have, where do you think that gets you long term?
I mean, honestly, if you can keep the river from overflowing into the flowers, it'll be fine. I mean, the river is still going to raise, you know what I'm saying? It's still going to rise, all of that. But as long as you don't flood everything else, it's okay. Just keep building the barrier higher and higher to keep it from spilling over.
So what you're saying is, I'm just paraphrasing it here. It's like you're in denial.
No, I'm not in denial.
You're
no,
just,
I know there are issues.
but
I
you're
know there's
not
things I
willing
need to heal from.
But you're not willing to go into those scars. You're not willing to open those wounds up to get past it.
Not at all, because I've been in those scars, and it's not healthy for me.
So do you think
It's not comfortable.
it's not comfortable?
Correct. And I know uncomfortability causes growth,
Mhm.
but for the time being, I feel as though I'm okay.
So if we're in a place of unhealed, right? How does that affect the people that are around us? Like
doesn't.
if we're not healed, if we're afraid to open up, take that Band-Aid off and deal with the wound, right? And we've got other people in our lives, how does it affect them?
It doesn't. As long as you can mask it, right? Like I said, as long as nothing overflows and nothing else is flooded, you're okay. It's something that you deal with alone.
That's a
As long as it
perspective
doesn't
that a lot
affect
of people.
anybody else.
Yeah, that's a perspective that a lot of people have. I think you cover it up and you mask it to protect other people. But then my question to you with that response is, and I'm going to acknowledge, because I think a lot of people identify, like, their pain is their identity. I think a lot of people hold tight to their trauma or their pain because the thought is like, who am I without this pain? Who am I without all of this trauma? This is who I am. And so without it, I become somebody completely different. And your thought process, as far as don't let it overflow, it's not going to affect anybody. Are you willing to acknowledge that if you were to heal, you would be able to show up, even though you think the way that you show up now is okay? Are you able to acknowledge that if you were truly healed, you would be able to show up even better than you do now, which would go hand in hand with providing more love or comfort to those around you, or you being able to show up for everybody else in different ways than you can right now?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure.
As just think about the idea, and it's just for everybody. I think when we walk through life with trauma and pain, I think it hinders us from being our best selves. Like, I don't know how you can pretend, and I do it all the time. Like, we can put on that mask and we can pretend in certain situations, like in social gatherings and things like that. But when it comes to those really close to us who know us in a different way, I think it hinders us from being able to show up as our best selves. And so to me, it only makes sense, like, if I were to, and I noticed it in my own, like, with how I show up as a mom, I can already tell the difference with the way that I was as a mom a year ago to the way that I show up as a mom now. Just me being healed in certain aspects of my life and not being miserable, in certain areas day in and day out. I'm more relaxed. I'm more, I can show up differently. And the kids have noticed it. Over the last year, they've made comments about it. So that tells me, okay, this healing did them some good. It did me some good, but it also did them some good.
So how was this healing for you? How did you start the process? You knew that you had traumas and there were things that you needed to heal from, but how did you find the courage? Because you have to face them, right? So how did you find the courage to face some of these demons that you had to get you through to the other side? And I know it's probably still a journey ongoing, but to get you to the point now, like, how did you get there? What did you do? Did you wake up one morning and say, I'm done doing this?
I was forced.
You were forced?
I was forced. The circumstances, without going I mean, it is what it is. The circumstances, like we all know, I was in this long-term relationship, which was a main source of why I was so miserable. And I knew I needed to be out of that situation. But for, many different reasons, I stayed in that situation. And I think once, and I pinpoint 2023, that was a question that I had for everybody. Like, when did you realize you needed to change, or you wanted to change, or you had to do things differently? And for me, it was 2023. And it was him leaving and moving across the country for a year to quote unquote work and make the family, for the family, is what, was, he hid behind that. But when he left and I was completely alone and by myself, it was a moment for me that I really, really, and you guys know, I've always believed in God, always. That's never been an issue for me, but actively working on my relationship with God, I did not do until 2023. And so that was the turning point for me. I was by myself. I knew the relationship was no good, but I still had this little moment like, okay, let me take accountability and understand the way that I've shown up hasn't been great. So maybe if I change myself, maybe if I focus on myself, if I do right, then it will encourage the other person to do right. And then we can be better, And so in my prayers, it was like, okay, God, this is what I'm going to do. If it doesn't work, I know I need to be done. And that's what happened. So him leaving put me in such a negative mindset initially, where I started actively working on my relationship with God, and it just took from there. And I noticed a change in my life at that moment. But had he not left, as angry as I was in that moment, the way he left and the circumstances he left me in, it was so fucked up. But it was the biggest blessing, because had he not left, I would not have felt so fucking low and pushed to the point of, okay, let me reach out to God. Let me really start making some steps to fix myself.
Yeah.
So I was forced.
Yeah.
And I don't know, a lot of people, like, there's certain things that push you to that moment. Like, you have this tragedy or this, terrible circumstance. Like, it's different for everybody. But I want to know, like, for everyone, what was the moment that you felt like, all right, I gotta fix this shit. This is not okay. Or you felt so broken and you knew, like, I need to heal from this. And Eric, even if you say, like, you don't want to, like, you're making a conscious decision to not actively work on it, but you do in your mind, you acknowledge that at some point in your life, some work is needed.
I think it was the point
So, like, for everybody, when did you realize that?
For me, I think it was when I found out that Suhei was pregnant with Iris. I had just come back from Arizona after spending 8 months out there on a downward spiral that we're all aware of, and came home. We ended up getting into it, and I guess she had a surprise set up for me. So we were fighting, and then she kind of threw a bag at me, and I opened it up, and it was a little baby t-shirt that said "Daddy." And I knew at that point I had to try to get a grip on it. That was definitely the wake up call to at least get me to acknowledge that I actually had a true issue.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, that would do it to me too.
So for you, it wasn't a tragedy, or it was the fact that you were about to be responsible. You were about to be a father.
Well,
and
yeah,
so,
and I had moments where I had moments that happened for me where immediately afterwards, I was like, yo, I gotta do something. I gotta go talk to somebody. I gotta go see somebody. I had numerous conversations with Mom while I was in Arizona, and she kept telling me I need to go see a therapist, go see a psychiatrist, whatever. And I was like, nah, like, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm like, I'm fine. You know what I mean? And then I remember one night in particular where I was on the phone with Suhei and just, in my head, just started talking to myself. And I tried to hang myself that night in the bathroom, and literally, like, everything blacked out and couldn't hear nothing, couldn't see nothing. I'm laying on the floor gasping for air. And it was like, as weird as it sounds, it was like the most peaceful shit ever. Because it was like, for the moment, everything in my head stopped. But then, of course, once I come back to it and I can hear her crying in the background, like, what are you doing? And she actually sent the police over there to do a welfare check on me that same day. But yeah, I knew once it starts to affect those around me that I had to do something about it. So I did have moments along the way, but Iris was definitely the final one.
Makes sense.
That's something I never knew about, Tremell.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. From that to that's why I stopped taking the medication when I was out there. Because they gave me the medication and came into town one day. We were getting into it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this shit no more. Like, I'm good. I tried to swallow the whole bottle of pills. And she's sitting on the couch sticking her finger in my mouth trying to make me throw up. I remember trying to drink bleach in her bathroom one day. Like, yeah.
Oh.
And I mean, I can talk about it now. You know what I mean? At the moment,
Yeah.
nah, try to keep that shit to myself. But nah, I put Suhei through a lot.
Wow.
And then the rest of you, when did you guys realize that for Eric, it was obviously Iris.
For me,
For the rest,
I feel like when I got out here to Austin and in my mind, my world fell apart. I wasn't with my kids. I wasn't with my husband. I was by myself in a new city. My husband had just done the ultimate betrayal on me. I was completely alone. I had no friends out here. I had to put on a good show during the day. And then when my day was over, I would go home and I literally was in my house with the curtains drawn in tears constantly. And it's like I had no one to talk to. So I couldn't do anything but talk to God, which, I had a conversation with somebody the other day. I don't know who it was, Malyk, Tremell, I don't remember who it was, but I said, I always reached out to God when I was going through something. I didn't talk to him all the time like I should have. It's like I only was like, Lord, help me when I'm going through something hard, instead of understanding that that's my best friend. That's my source right there. That's a person I can turn to when I'm having something good happen in my life and have a conversation with him. But in my head at that time, that was not it. And so that being alone, God put me in my wilderness, I will call it, to where I literally was by myself and I didn't have any choice but to get my shit together. I didn't have anybody else I could rely on. So I had to pick myself up and start dealing with some of the things that I was going through. Am I 100% healed? No, because I'm still terrified that I'm going to make some of those same mistakes. If if somebody comes along that is not good for me, am I going to be wise enough to understand that they're not good enough for me and walk away? Or am I going to fall into that trap because I haven't healed from the shit that I went through when I was a young kid I never dealt with? So am I going to repeat the cycle? So maybe that's why I've been single all this time. I don't know. But for me, it was coming here and being alone and God putting me in this place to face what I wasn't facing because I felt like I had people around me and didn't have to.
Okay.
Man, I'm sitting here trying to think about it myself. I think it was just recognizing the patterns for me and just thinking long term. One thing about me is I fear being judged. It's probably one of the biggest things. One of my biggest fears is being judged for whatever reason. I know people are going to judge you regardless, but I have this like ultimate fear that like I'm not gonna be good enough for people. So for me, it was just looking at patterns, looking at my previous actions and the pain I've caused people around me, people who aren't around me anymore, and just thinking long term, like who the fuck am I gonna be in 10 years? Who am I gonna be in 5 years if I don't fix this shit now?
What are you doing to fix it?
Truth be told, I'm not doing shit. This man right here is doing all of it.
He's holding up a Bible,
This
y'all.
man right here, he's doing all of it. I've gotten to a point in my life now. I haven't even hit my biggest tragedy, but I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm just giving everything to the Father, all faith, all everything I can, I'm just gonna give it to him and him, it, she, whichever it is for y'all, and just let it ride.
And
Really.
you know what? It's like, and hearing you say that, watching you come over here today and bring your Bible, and us sitting down and probably for about an hour and a half before anybody else got here, talking scripture was mind blowing to me. Knowing that there was a point in your life where none of that existed for you.
I mean, I didn't have loss. I didn't have pain. I didn't have like regrets. I didn't care about who the person I was perceived as in those moments. I was a kid. I still am a kid at 26 years old. But now it's like I got people around me who I want to show I'm worth. I want to fall in love. I want to have kids. I want to.
Oh, y'all,
grow.
he ain't said that. He ain't never said that. I need a.
It's really just a battle with myself. I don't like if I've noticed that I have an addictive personality, a very addictive personality, and I fall into, unfortunately, a lot of my vices are extremely harmful to my mental health. In moments, I feel that they're helping me. They're helping me see a different perspective of it, but in the grand scheme of things, when I'm sitting there and I'm thinking back, and you put my life up on a big screen and have a couple people watch, it wasn't the healthiest. So I've just gotten to that point now where it's like, bro, you either fix this shit now at 26, and it takes you until you 35, or you ain't never gonna fix it, and you always gonna be this person that you're gonna despise. I just can't do that to myself.
Yeah. And then that's the thing too, like you say, like you worry about being judged and the things that you want, but it also sounds like when you say like I want to fall in love, I want to have kids, and you want to prove to other people, it seems almost kind of like you want to also feel yourself that you're worthy. And I think a lot of us go through that too, based on the ways that we handle life or handle situations, or our toxic patterns or behavior. Sometimes we don't feel worthy of the things that we desperately want. And I think that can trigger us into, when we can acknowledge that, pushes us into healing also, because it's like, I want these things, but am I worthy of these things? And if you don't feel that about yourself, then how can anybody else feel that about you, right?
Yeah, I was actually having a conversation with one of my closest friends over the weekend, and just telling him, like, bro, I don't feel like I amount to any of this shit I got right now. Like, I know y'all tell me I got power and y'all see the potential in me, but the things that I'm obtaining, like, what the fuck did I do to get it? And you know what I mean? Like, who am I to even have it? So yeah, no, it's definitely a part of me that wants to feel like I'm worthy to be great.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think there's a lot. And I just want to like touch on to what you said as far as like giving it all to God. I've noticed for me, and I love this journey, I really do. For me, what I've noticed, like surrendering makes so like it's
You're
so it
walking
makes
around?
all
Are
the
you walking
difference.
around? Are you walking around?
No, I'm sitting in the car.
You might have to take your AirPods out.
Take your AirPods out.
No, I don't even have them in. You know what it is? The person that forced me into healing just pulled into my driveway. So them nasty spirits, them spirits that I just came, they're too close. They're too close. Thank you. I'm here all week. Can y'all hear me? Am I still blurry? I mean blurry. Am I still patchy? Or can you hear me?
I don't know. Say the silver fox jumped over the red fence 3 times.
The silver fox jumped. Wait, what? The silver fox jumped over the red fence 3 times.
Is Eryka still with us?
Yeah, she's with us.
She quiet.
Chilling. She observing. Yeah, she observing. She observing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you still cutting in and out a little bit.
Oh my! I promise you, this is bad energy. I promise y'all. Let me go ahead and tell
Rebuke that
this
right
child.
quick.
Yeah. So let me tell a child that has Peppy is here to get him.
Because God said,
Done it.
Cast the stones at the demons.
Get thee behind me, Satan.
Oh shoot, that's what I get. Hit my arm. Lord mercy. I know he don't think I'm saying what's up to him. What else? Maybe I should have said hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want to say
Hold
to
on. You
you,
probably gonna
okay,
have
as
to.
far
Hold
as
on.
like,
No. I'm gonna have to edit this out because homeboy done got up and walked away.
Where's he at?
His cup was empty. Whatever he was drinking was empty, so he ran downstairs with his cup.
Lord have mercy.
oh,
Y'all doing too
he
much?
felt bad all the way from over there. See,
Here he come.
I'm probably to go back in the house. I hope y'all can hear me.
How you gonna just walk away in the middle of a?
Conversation she was having with you.
No, we was trying to fix. No, we was trying to fix her headset. We good though. It's still recording.
She done gave a whole fucking sermon.
She rebuked the devil and everything.
Is that the Bible I bought you for Christmas?
It is indeed, good sir.
What you waiting for, son?
What did I miss? Did I
Can
miss
y'all hear
anything?
me?
What did I miss?
All right.
Nothing.
Since
She's
I want to share a verse since we're not talking about nothing crazy. Can I share a verse with y'all?
yes, sir.
Sure.
It's called Psalm 4, verse 4. Be angry and do not sin. Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still. That shit right there, yo.
Interpret that.
What does
for
that
us.
mean to you?
Just relax. Take a step back sometimes. You know, I think us as people, we get caught so much in the emotion of things. We need to realize that. Damn, why my voice so shaky, boy. All right. I think sometimes we get caught
nerves
in
a little bit.
Yeah. We get caught in the emotion of things. We get caught up in the way something is making us feel, and we react off of those emotions. And I noticed that in doing that, those, I guess you can call them consequences or results, they're always heightened, they're always highlighted. And we just need to relax sometimes, take a break, take a step back, slow it down a little bit.
Mm.
You know, think about it.
Remember, I posted a couple weeks ago. Your emotional state will alter your reality.
Yep, I saw that
Like
one.
emotions will, yeah, your emotions will definitely dictate how you move and make you see things and react differently than you would if you
Yeah,
had your emotions in control.
they're gonna fuck you up. I think me being such an emotional person is what ruined my last relationship. Well, that's bullshit. What ruined my last relationship is because I was a piece of shit person. For all of y'all out there, I was. I just did some crazy shit, but
For your accountability, it's okay.
I realized that me being so fucking emotional and reacting off of those emotions, especially with a woman in my life, it turned things sour so fast, and that, like I said, that result was highlighted in ways that it didn't need to be.
So how are you like because you know you're really emotional, right?
Yeah.
You're an emotional person. So how are you going to navigate the next relationship?
Well, one big thing that I'm taking into my next relationship, one is God, for sure. So if my lady doesn't follow something, she's not gonna be my lady. That's one. Two.
Oh, wait, can we say what you said earlier?
I love it.
Talk your shit. What you about to say?
No, talk my shit. No, we were talking about something, and you said you were gonna be what till what?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get. I can get to that. Yeah, okay, but hold on. I want to make notes. The second thing that I'm taking into my next relationship is honestly transparency. You know what I mean? And I saw a video the other day that said, treat your partner like your friends. Now, hear me out, right? I know that sounds kind of crazy, but what I mean is, we all want to go out with our friends. You know, women want to go out with their girlfriends. Homies want to go out with their guys. Tell our guys everything. We get on the Xbox, talk crazy shit.
Facts.
We don't do that with our significant others because
The way they might think or what they might.
the way they might think, the way they might see you, what they may say. However, that person should be your best friend.
Yes.
Now, there's boundaries, obviously, you don't cross those boundaries. But if you treat your partner like your best friend from the jump, I think it'll really work out. And one thing is, I got to be transparent. So the next lady that I bring in, hey, I'm emotional, bro. I'm emotional. So if you say some shit and you see my facial reaction, you know what I mean? Like, I got an animated face. Like, we probably gonna have a discussion about it. That's just what it is. I got to be transparent. But
Yeah.
Mom was talking about some shit. She wants me to bring it up. I might be celibate until I'm married, for real. I might.
Okay.
I know it's crazy work, is it not?
No. No, don't do that because the fact that he even said it is a big step because most men wouldn't even be willing to say that. No.
I mean,
Yes. Applaud.
it's just like,
Eric.
Look, fam, I hear him saying it, but I know my dog.
How long has it been?
My dog's a sniper.
it's been 6 months, bro.
6 months?
It's been 6 months, bro.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Damn.
If you still feel like then wholeheartedly ride with it. If you feel like that alters the way that you show up in relationships, then yeah,
It's
from it ain't nothing wrong with that.
No Palmella?
bro. I ain't done shit. I've been completely celibate, nothing, no ejaculation,
That's
no pouring,
amazing.
nothing,
This
bro.
man wild.
And it's been,
That is
that's crazy.
amazing.
Yeah, that's
I'll be honest with the people, man. It's been hard as fuck.
So you know, right? You know the next one.
Everything
30
is
seconds.
hard.
Swear to God. Swear to God.
But the next one gonna be a woman that he loves, so it's
Yeah.
great. You get round two real quick, it's fine.
No.
She gonna judge the fuck out you.
She gonna judge the fuck out.
She gonna run back to her friends.
Bro, what? I'm gonna be in that group chat. Swear to God. They're gonna be like, y'all know. Yeah, all right, we're not gonna talk about it.
They gonna nickname you Gary the Snail.
No, but yeah, the reason I said it, and I actually want to stand by that statement too, is just because, like, you know, for the obvious reasons, like, bro, we live in a lustful world, and humans, we're lustful creatures. Like, especially men, we're driven by lust. That's like that's what we're known as. You know what I mean? And when we can control that power, bro, I've noticed within these at least last 3 to 4 months. Bro, people just be throwing themselves at me at times, and I'm like, damn, if what I would have gave a couple months back to get some shit like this, and now I just got the power to be like, I'm cool on it. Like, we could be homies, you can come over, we could watch a movie, we could kick it and shit. But I'll be completely honest with you, I don't want to do that. I just like, it's gonna ruin everything we got going on.
Gotta respect it.
Had a conversation with a lady. She told me, she asked, she was like, why would it ruin anything? If anything, it would bring us closer together. And I was like, to an extent, you may be right, but also. It's what you're speaking from is a lustful thought. You're talking to me through lust. You're not talking to me through interest of my being and value of my being. You're talking to me because you're sexually interested in me.
So let me ask you this, right? So with you in the mindset that you're in right now, where you want nothing to do with anybody sexually, if you're, I know you're still in it, but I get on the journey that you're on.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to a female and real cool homies, whatever, and she's trying to cross that boundary with you and not respecting you, do you look at her differently?
Not at all. Not at all, because like I said, we're human beings are lustful creatures.
Even with the pressure that she's trying to apply to you?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm not ever going to view somebody differently.
I feel like if she is not differently because she wants to, because we are human beings and we have needs, but I think it should be in your mind if somebody express that you're not ready and it's not something that you want to do. She tries to take you out of that mindset. She tries to form that, and she does not respect your boundaries. She doesn't respect you feel and what you believe, and that's somebody trying to take you out of alignment. So definitely take heed to that. Not the initial like attraction or the initial desire. Once you set that boundary and you make it clear, if she tries to put that boundary, then you need to take a step back and be like, "Girl, I already told you."
Yeah, because I feel like it's a double standard, right? Because if a woman was trying to hold out and do that, and the man kept pressuring her, I feel like the same way she should cut that person off. Everybody should be looking at him completely crazy, so it's got to go both ways.
Yeah, and see, the thing about it is that like our society is so jacked up. Like for him to even say that, for men when they say I'm celibate, I'm not going to do this, it's like a lot of women will take the challenge, or I'm gonna be the one to make him break it. It's a challenge. But what I've come to realize is that a lot of men who sleep around with a bunch of women, it's crazy when you think about it, but they have low self-worth. Like no man, in my mind, I don't feel like no man of real value and knows he's there. Like or what you bring to the table, you feel confident within yourself. You're not fixing to just be laying with everybody either. So you have to hold that respect within yourself. Like, now, girl, you might be the shit, but I'm also the shit too. And I'm not gonna just lay down with anybody and everybody. You're not taking my energy.
That's why I'm glad I can count my partners on 22 hands. I'm glad.
Jeez.
Joking. It's a joke.
That's why we were talking earlier. I asked Micaiah, we were talking about soul ties. Like, that's why it's so important to know, like, you have to be sure. You can't just like.
Man. And I feel like, man, I've been talking to God a lot about it. I've been talking to God about you a lot, actually, and how I don't think it's right that He never brought somebody in your life was right for you. However, that's a conversation you got to have with Him on your own. What I realized in that conversation, though, is that we get to choose. At the end of the day, we have choices, right? And sometimes, our choices, like we were talking about free will the other day. Sometimes our choices steer us the furthest from the path.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible that my right person was in my face, but I just didn't see it. You know what I mean? Or it's like I thought I could do better or whatever. What?
Dad.
No.
I don't think they were a good. What? He was a good man.
Yeah,
but the way that he was with mom at that time, like who dad is now, was not who dad was back then.
Exactly.
He was the best out of who we saw her with. Like we were like, are you crazy for leaving our dad because XYZ while all these men are doing what they're doing? Dad was the best out of the men she chose. But I don't think dad was necessarily a good match for her at that time.
At that time, no. Like, had your dad been who he is now, then yes, absolutely. But I mean, at the same time, that's not a dig on your dad because he was. The fuck?
I thought you were gonna say something disrespectful.
No, I'm saying that's not a dig at him because he was young, so it's like he still had to grow up, and he did. He grew up, and he did turn out to be that person for somebody.
Somebody else.
You know what I'm saying? And that's great. And I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great husband now. And he unfortunately. Well, that's
He's
not what I
married.
was going to say.
No,
that's not what I was going to say.
Okay, let me ask a question. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What? Okay, so you say was probably the best man for you out of your selections, which I can agree, even though I wasn't there to experience it. But the man he was then is not the man you wanted him to be in that moment, but he's a good man now. However, my question is it not worth building with somebody to find somebody, and they may not be where you want them to be in that moment.
There's a difference between building with somebody. There's a difference between building with somebody. Listen, no disrespect to the man because he was great, but no, we gonna talk about it, right? Because I was asked the question, like, when we were together, he wasn't affectionate. He did not show public affection to me. And that was a big deal for me. I needed that affection, right? He wasn't present. He was in the club a lot. He was young. He was growing. So he wasn't the family man that I needed. And did I feel like I needed to sit around and wait? At that time, no. Maybe I should have. I don't know. But I didn't feel like I just felt like he didn't think I was important enough to give me the things that I needed in the relationship for me. And I wasn't willing, and I probably should have been, but I wasn't willing to sit around and wait on somebody to get better. Knowing now all the things that I had been through after that, maybe I should have, but I didn't. So
was there
maybe that was
in
my
relationship? Was there conversations about things like that, or was that just something you
no?
took on
Because
the
we
chin?
were both really young. We were both like, no, we didn't being transparent, being honest with one another. None of that. We were like on this fake funk trying to be who we thought the other person needed us to be. And that's why it didn't work, because we were perpetrating something that we were not. So,
and that actually goes into, that's one of my questions. I'm glad that you brought that up, because one of my questions about this whole topic is, do you have to be healed in order to get into a relationship or to date? Do you feel like you need to be completely healed, or can you be completely healed?
absolutely.
Or do you think that's necessary in order for you to?
Absolutely.
You say yes, Micaiah, you say no.
Yeah,
I disagree as well.
You disagree?
I think you should be healed so you don't bring no unnecessary drama or baggage to the next person. But realistically, No one's ever really healed. Move on
No,
to the
that's
next.
true.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever really healed, but look, I personally, I can only speak for myself. I don't think, and it's been 6 years that I've been completely single, and I don't think I'm ready. I still, even though I know that that is not my person anymore, sometimes in the back of my head, I still wonder, could he have been my person because of how much I loved him? Like, I don't think I've let go of that, even though I have let go of it. I would never go back to that because we're different people now, but I'm not healed, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be healed enough to when somebody else walks into my life for me to be able to identify them as the right person. I think I'm always going to, and I don't need no digs. No digs, okay? But I don't know. I don't want to get emotional.
You're gonna do
No,
it
that's what it's
regardless. You
for.
might
Go
as
ahead. It's
well.
therapy.
It's
Mm,
fine.
To an
no,
extent.
it's like,
Do you think that you aren't healed completely because you haven't completely let go?
yeah.
Because you still try to hold on to the friendship and all of that when, I mean, at this point, right? Because you're not healed, that friendship should come to an end. Now, no one's saying you can't be friends later on down the line once you're emotionally and mentally healed from that marriage. But I think that's why you haven't let go, because you're still holding on to another aspect of him.
I guess, yeah. I mean, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. But I don't know. It's hard. It's hard.
It's
It's like
hard
when
to
you
let
get to,
go.
it's hard to let go, even though, it was the right thing to do or whatever, because we were not good for each other. But it's hard to let go. And then it's like when you get to be my age, it's even harder to let go because it's like, fuck, I'm about to be 61 fucking years old. I don't have anybody. There's no prospects of anybody. And is this my life? And it's like, y'all, when I talk about my depression, y'all don't have a clue, man. I go to work and I'm a clown. I am a ham. Don't nobody know I struggle with anything. I come home Friday, I'm good. Saturday, I'm good. Half a Saturday, I'm good. Saturday night, the shit starts to hit me hard. Sunday, I'm good. When we do the podcast, I'm upbeat. But once everybody leaves the house, it's like everything like shifts for me, and I get into this state where it's like I'm angry. I'm angry because I'm just angry. And then I get up Monday, I go to work, and I'm fine all over again. It's like a cycle. I'm happy at work. I'm good. But then,
It only hurts when you're alone.
yeah, it's true. It does. And it's like, it's not like I'm not really alone. I got Omi downstairs, but it's like, it's different. It's like
Yeah.
when I'm here on the weekends, it's like, I don't like weekends, y'all. I like the fact that I don't have to go to work, but I don't like weekends because I would rather be around people and pretend
Because
that
it
I'm good.
forces you to be, it forces you to be happy because you're not the type to be around people and show all of the ugly side. So being around people forces you to smile
And
and be
being
happy,
alone forces you to be in your thoughts.
Being alone
to sit
forces
in
me
those
to sit in
emotions.
my emotions.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then, you go through those woulda, shoulda, couldas, right? I should have
Mhm.
done this when I was younger. I could have done this when I was younger, but I didn't. And now, as you get older, the regrets are more.
Mhm.
And it's like you realize I have more days behind me than I have in front of me. And God knows I want to feel love. And I've never felt it. My entire life, I've never felt it. It's like, it sucks. It's like I get to celebrate those emotions through other people, and I'm happy for them. I'm not the kind of person that's going to be like, oh, I'm not going to be petty Betty, right? I'm not going to be that misery wants company type of person. I'm genuinely going to be happy for the people around me. But there's a part of me that's like, well, why can't I have that? I don't know.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And
I
that's the
did
part
not
of
want
it.
to cry. This shit is too deep. Fuck this shit, man.
I
I'm
mean,
done.
but you can't say fuck this shit because that's the point of avoiding, and that's why ultimately never really heal is because when we feel those emotions, our first reaction is and me and Eryka have conversations all the time. We start talking about something, and so I'm about to start crying. I want to do it. Fuck it. I'm like, you change the subject because those emotions are so uncomfortable to sit with. Like when you're brought to the point of tears, and you have to like how. And I'm just gonna be honest. It may sound weak. It may sound whatever. It is what it is. I think both people are desperate to feel loved. I think most people so desperately want a place where they can just relax and just be. Like they don't know one person who doesn't want to be with someone and feel safe and comfortable and not have to put on a show or perform for the world. Like it's a common feeling, and what you're saying and what you're expressing are very valid emotions. As uncomfortable as they may be, you're not the only person in the world. That's something that a lot of people deal with, talk about, because it feels shameful. It feels uncomfortable. But it's a valid emotion. Like I feel it, and I'm 40 years old, and I feel that's always in my head. More days behind you than ahead of you, and that's fucking gut wrenching to really take into consideration. All the shoulda, coulda, woulda is like, now that I know better, I can go back and do over, but you can't do it over. You have to just move from here forward. So it's like sit with the emotions, feel how you feel, but then if you can acknowledge that there's something that you can do to possibly change your situation or your circumstances, then I would suggest you do it. Like the last podcast, the last conversation that we had, it's like, you were expecting, like you were just complacent, you were comfortable. Like I come home and sit here and I don't want to date, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And that part, I think that's part of the healing, something that you want. Do you really want it?
I don't.
Because
but listen, it's like it's a defense mechanism too, because it's like, yeah, I want love, right? But I have had so many bad experiences with that word love that I am terrified that A, I'm going to make a bad decision again, or two, I'm going to get betrayed again. Like, I don't think I've been in a relationship.
You have to learn to trust yourself.
But here's the thing.
You have to learn to trust yourself.
I don't think I've been in a relationship ever where I have not been cheated on. Ever. Every relationship I have been in, I have been cheated on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, in my mind, it's like, the next one's going to do it too eventually, no matter how good of a woman I am. And I am a really good woman with men, not my children so much, but but
you're a damn good wife.
I'm a damn good wife. Yeah, well, I'm a good mom, but I'm a good wife. But it's like, yes, I want to be with somebody, but I'm terrified that I'm just going to get let down again. Like it took me so long to climb, and I'm not even out of the hole yet, right? So it took me so long to get to where I am right now, where I like myself. I am my own best friend right now, but it took me so long to get here, and me being 60, almost 61, if that happens to me again, am I going to get out of it again, or will I be stuck there? And I don't know what's worse, being stuck there or making another mistake.
First of all, I'm going to tell you, especially at this age, at this point in our life, I think for all of us, like it don't matter what age you're in. Like I'm trying to get that mindset. Like we're all scared of it. We're all afraid, being rejected or not being good enough, or being traded. Like we're all fucking terrified because nobody wants to go through those nasty, negative, like hurtful emotions. But if you're gonna let fear keep stopping you, you're never going to experience anything. Like it's that conflict. Like you're gonna miss all of the shots if you don't shoot. What's the saying? You're gonna miss 100% you don't take. Yeah, like if you're not gonna shoot it, you're definitely not gonna make it. So you at least might as well just take the first shot and see what happens. But you also have to come to that mindset, and unfortunately, that's the reality that we live. Like people are lustful, and unfortunately, that's just the reality of the world. Men are extremely lustful, and I think that you have to look at it as it's not like. It has nothing to do with your worth as a woman. The way that we get treated by men and the way that we get let down by men and the abuse and the all of that stuff, it has nothing to do with us as women. It's about them and their capacity or their inability to show up fully healed the way that they need to. It has nothing to do with you. And so I think if you go into that, yes, it's going to be hurtful. I think it would be easier. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen. If it should happen, first of all, don't let fear stop you. Second of all, if you do put yourself out there and it doesn't go the way that you want it to go, don't internalize that. Don't make it about you, because it's not about you. If he ain't shit, he ain't shit. That's on him. Like, he needs to know himself. It doesn't have anything to do with you. You need to be secure. And I think, like you said, you like who you are now. So I think maybe it would be easier for you to handle certain letdowns versus before, when you have such low value, such low self-worth. Like, every time somebody betrayed you, you internalize that shit, which makes it harder to deal with.
Yeah.
So I think maybe putting yourself back out there, not letting fear stop you. Because, like, what the fuck? Like, you either gonna date and possibly meet somebody, or you're not gonna date. You definitely not gonna meet nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. Like you said, we only have a certain amount of time left, and we don't know what that time is. So just fucking do it. Date. Put yourself out there. Don't have these high expectations. Just date. Just see where it goes.
I don't even know
You
how
know,
to
like, that's
start
a part
dating.
of.
Making too many excuses, Mom.
Like, I don't even know how to start dating. I mean, where, like,
You just start
legit.
from the bottom. Start
Start
with
at the
dust.
bottom.
Start with dust. You figure it out.
with background checks.
With background checks.
Background facts. That's the first thing. Yes. And I'm not thinking, like you said, that you have to be healed in order to be in a relationship or to date. But I don't think any of us are ever, like, completely healed. Like you said, I think it's ongoing. And something that I noticed within myself, because I thought getting out of that relationship that I was in, like, oh, I knew my self-worth, I knew what I deserved, I knew it wasn't about me. Like, everything that I'm saying in my mind, I had it figured out. I was healed, I was this, I was that. And then the next relationship that I got into, it was like, I thought I was okay. And then the second that something came up, I realized that I was triggered. My abandonment issues were still there. And I was like, oh shit, I thought I was past that. You don't really know how healed you are when you're by yourself. You're not being tested. Like,
That's
it's
true.
easy to say I'm good and I'm healed when I'm alone. Nobody's fucking triggering me. Nobody's testing me. Yeah, we can all say that shit. But then the second we get into a relationship or we interact with somebody who's fucking has flaws and their own issues and they're not fully healed, then we're triggered. And then that's when things start to come up and you're like, oh shit, well, I'm not as healed as I thought I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the real test is being able to manage and handle your emotions and your reactions when you are triggered. And then, like Micaiah said, like, I definitely think building with somebody is so worth it. Like, you have two flawed people coming in and being committed to each other and understanding, okay, you're fucked up, I'm fucked up, we got issues, but we have this mutual love and respect and friendship, and we're gonna figure this shit out. Like, I think that's, like, your approach. That's how you should go into it. But I don't think you have to be completely healed in order to put yourself out there or date.
I just feel like
Fucking swing for the.
I just feel like if you're like a broken person, sometimes we attract broken people.
And you know what? With that, y'all may fucking create a solid record. You know, two pieces that are broken come together. You may put a crazy ass puzzle piece together.
Just remember that hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, hurt people hurt
Facts.
people. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, two broken people just looking for somebody to, like, stick it out. Like, you never know. You know, you never know. So I think you should put yourself out there.
Cheddars, here I come.
Say cheddars.
Cheddars, here I come.
Just cheddars.
Round table.
Yeah.
You should get on christianmingle.com.
I've been on christianmingle.com. I've been on that.
She was also on
real
Black People
Christians.
Meet.
I was on all of them. Okay.
What's wrong with it?
Why? See,
Did you
there
get
go.
on him? Did you get on him being judgmental? Did you get on there with that whole, like, I'm not doing that. Oh, he did this. He did. He wants to do this. Did you get on there judgmental, or were you open-minded?
I think I was open minded to begin with, but I feel like for me, it's like the minute, like, it's like I'll see somebody be like, oh yeah, he's cute or whatever, and then we start talking, because I've talked to guys like on the phone or whatever, but it's like then they always come up and they say something really dumb, you know, and it's like it kind of like ruins it for me, and then I get I'm not feeling you no more.
Sometimes you gotta push past that. Push past that. Sometimes I see people like
Okay,
they
Erynn,
meet
sometimes you gotta
initially.
push past that.
I did. I do. I can. Y'all already know it. Eryka can attest to this. I think most people can attest to this. My shit is fucked up. I can't, like, my shit is fucked up, but I'll give some good fucking advice. From the outside in, I can be a fucking life coach. Now, do I have my shit together? No. Fuck. Is that Chris Brown me? Fuck no. Hell no. No, but yeah, sometimes.
No,
Go ahead.
my bad. I wasn't gonna say nothing serious.
No, just you gotta push past it. Like you might get that it. Like, do you mean to tell me like if you get married and you have a husband, he's not gonna like annoy you or gross you out or make you feel some type of way? No, that's normal.
No,
She don't want a cornball. That's the problem. She does not want a cornball. And sometimes the corny motherfuckers are the ones that will love you the best.
Yeah, man. What's wrong with the corny niggas? I love the corny niggas.
Facts.
Listen, Eryka, back me up.
L7 all day.
Is Eryka still here? Twin. What up, twin? Back me up on this real quick. You ready? When we go to El Paso, we all go into the club, mom included. We're all going to the club. Bring your best fits and throw her in the mix.
So you gonna be cool with some random ass 27-year-old nigga rolling up on your mama trying to dance on her from behind?
Shit, I'm gonna just act like I ain't see your shit. I'm gonna be doing my own thing, nigga. What you mean?
Bold as shit.
I'll be trying to fall in love myself.
Looking for one.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. You need to, what we should do instead of going to the motherfucking club, niggas need to go to church.
I mean, shit.
Find you a good pastor's daughter.
I'll be honest, I thought about that
Those
shit
are
too.
the
Those
the worst ones.
They've been sheltered their entire lives and they just want to wild out.
Me and Micaiah were actually talking about that.
About what?
We were talking about that. Like maybe we should like find a spot. You know,
A church.
I don't know. Yeah.
Listen, I got one girl in my phone and I ain't gonna name no names, but you know who the fuck you are.
Stephanie. He ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it, Stephanie.
Laquita. No, I'm playing. I got one girl on my phone who is almost like she lost her identity. I don't know if that makes sense, but she found God and then stuck with that nigga and didn't find herself again. And I don't know if I could be with a woman like that for real.
Explain that. I'm not.
He said she a nun. She's a nun now.
That's why he's celibate.
No, like she just lives and breathes the Bible and she lives and breathes God's word, which is not. I'm not saying that's wrong. By all means, do what you gotta do. But what I'm saying is like you gotta still be you. You know. I actually had a conversation with God the other day. It was more so a conversation with myself because that nigga was looking at me like, you stupid. But I was sitting there and I was like, you know, I need to, you know, find my faith and increase my faith. But that doesn't mean that I have to change who I am. I don't have to change how I talk. I don't have to change how I walk, how I move, how I think. Yeah. I just got to give blind faith to the, you know what I mean? And that woman, she gave blind faith and then gave everything else. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who she is anymore. So. I don't know if I could do the pastors.
I think people, I think people have that misconception. Like they think when you find God, like you're supposed to dress a certain way and talk a certain way. Like, yeah, of course we got to make the obvious change. Like you can't be out here contradicting, you know what I'm saying, what you say you believe. I get that. But people think like if I find God and I put all of my stuff, like I got to talk different, dress different. I can't do this. I can't do that. And there's certain things that you do have to let go of. But
God said, come as you are.
Exactly.
He said, come as you are.
Exactly.
That nigga made you
and I
way
think
you
people
are.
do that. Yes. And I think when people do that, they lose their entire identity. I think it's more so for people. It's more for society,
just for show.
The world. It's like, I need you to believe, like, I believe in God, but I need you to understand and believe me when I say I believe in God. So I got to move like this and talk like this and dress like this. And it's like, nah, I'm still going to be who I am. At this point, like, if you believe that I walk this way or talk this way or have the relationship with God, because it's not. And that's the crazy. I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago about that. religion and spirituality, the difference between the two. Like my relationship with God is mine only. It doesn't matter what anybody else believes, what they feel, or how they view me, or what they think I'm contradicting, or whatever. You can feel how you feel. At the end of the day, it has nothing to do with you. It's about me and my maker. That's it. So
when you have
when let him tell me, I'm let him guide me, and that's it.
When y'all have conversations with him, like, how do y'all talk to him? Like, when I have conversations with him, it's not formal at all.
Like, what's up, my nigga?
No.
How was your day?
No.
That's my best friend.
It's not supposed to be formal. It's not supposed to be formal. You're not supposed to talk a certain type of way. Again, come as you are. God knows who you are.
I do
He
not.
already knows what you're about to say before you even come to him.
Yeah, but you know, it's like, you know how, and I'm not putting down anybody's way of praying or anything like that, but it's like people think that if you don't get on your knees and bow your head to talk to him, that you're not doing it right. And I'm like, listen, I will talk to him while I'm driving. I will talk to him while I'm in the shower.
While I'm on the toilet.
I'll be sitting, on the toilet. I'll be sitting on the couch watching TV. Sometimes I turn over and look and tell God, hey, you see that? You know, I have literally have conversations with him.
Everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Like that one time when you made him mashed potatoes and he was in the bathroom like,
Shut
God, why?
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
I was like constant communication. And there's a verse that talks about it too. It talks about people who pray like loudly and boastfully, and they do
just
it for
showing
show.
off.
Like just because you loud, just because you do it loud and you do it like you're repetitive with your words and you're structured with your words and you do it loud and you do it for everybody to see, don't make you genuine. Like God don't want that. He wants you to be real and be vulnerable and come to him the way you are.
Yeah.
So this morning when I prayed, I was in straight tears and I didn't have no words and I was just sobbing. I'm like, God, you already knew what I'm feeling. I don't have anything to say. You know what I'm feeling. And I didn't feel the need to say specific prayers because I was like, he already was weighing on my heart and where my mind was.
Because he knows your heart.
Yeah. Yeah. When you guys pray, do you guys pray out loud or do you pray like in your mind silently?
In my mind.
In my mind.
Am I home alone?
Sometimes I pray in the car out loud, but I pray in my head a lot because my thought process is I don't want the enemy to hear what I'm saying.
Yes. I heard that one time and it changed the way that I prayed. I don't pray out loud unless I'm in one of those moments where it's like, please God, I'm in one of those moments when I say my prayers on a regular basis, because I heard that one time. I heard when you pray silently within your heart, God can hear you that way. When you speak out loud with your words, the enemy hears you and it allows him a chance to interfere.
Yeah,
the enemy is not going to know what's in your heart.
Yeah, because you be praying for something out loud and the devil hears
and
that. Here comes the enemy, right? He masks something to look like what you asked for, and then it all starts. So it's like, nope, I pray the things like that.
And here you go thinking it's a blessing. Yeah. You think it's a blessing. Well, let me try to trick you.
Yep.
I don't know if it's true or not. That may not be the case for everybody.
The devil won't hurt who he already has.
You better stop, Eric, before I knock you the fuck out.
This guy.
And that's not even what it says.
It's a fire tattoo.
But you know, the devil will also try his hardest to get it. When he knows that you take in that direction, like, and Makai, take heed to this, because he knows when you're about to go that way, he will work overtime to try to get you back to him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want you doing that. He doesn't want you being aligned. He's going to do everything he can to try to shift you back in his direction. And that's how people relapse, fall back into toxic behaviors and patterns, and they stray away. And it's like, and it's that mindset, look, I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything right. And things are not going my way. And people give up. And it's like, well, I might as well just go back to what I was doing then because it's not working. You got to see that shit through.
Yeah, to each their own. But
that's tough to do.
Yeah, for sure that. I can't keep them solid no more, though. I can't, like, it almost makes me feel like nowadays when I pray, and I don't know how to fucking pray. I know we just sat here and talked about how there is no right or wrong way to pray, but like nowadays when I do talk to God, I have to say it with words, because if I keep it inside or I keep it in my heart, I just feel like it don't got the power. It don't got the...
Not being heard.
Not that it's not being heard, because I know he hears me, because, I mean, the nigga created me, but I need to stop addressing him like that. But still, like, it's almost like...
You are, my child.
it's almost like it doesn't carry the same weight if I don't say it to him like he's standing in front of me. Like last night. Was it last night we had the crazy ass storm?
Yeah.
Last night, I got some crazy pictures on my phone too. I'm gonna show y'all when I'm done.
The sky?
Crazy, bro. Let me tell you, Ma, let me tell you. I'm sitting there and I got my balcony door open. I'm sitting, it's pitch black in my apartment. I'm sitting there with my thoughts. No music is playing. I was probably sitting there for about an hour and a half, just chilling, really just like, I was anxious about the interview. I was thinking about fucking finances, women. I was thinking just everything, just sitting there in silence. And I was like, fuck it, I gotta pray. So I just started talking. I had my balcony door open. I'm sitting at the, right there on the edge of my couch. And I'm just talking, right? I don't really know how to address, but I'm just talking. And then I finish saying what I gotta say. I get up, I go get my mail. I come back inside. I sit back down. I'm opening my mail. And at this point, I'm not even looking outside anymore, but I'm opening my mail and I take a little peek outside and it's pink and purple.
Yeah.
Pink and purple, and there's a big ass rainbow. And it's giving me goosebumps too, but there's a big ass rainbow in the sky. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck?
But that rainbow wasn't like a normal thin line rainbow. That was like a rainbow of pink and purple. It was like
that
solid.
shit was crazy. Did you see it? I'm gonna show you pictures, bro.
It
That shit was
wild.
Like you would see something like that in a movie, bro. And the conversation I had just had, obviously with myself, but with the Father was like, I just want you to.
Did you feel like that was validation? Did you feel like he heard you?
Like, yeah, I just wanted him to hear me for real. Like, and I even said it in there. I was like, I'm not gonna ask you for no sign. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, show me this and yada yada yada. I just need you to hear me. Whether you can prove that to me or you can't, just hear me, bro. And then I got back to the crib, and for whatever reason, I saw what I saw, and it just made me like, all right. Like, he heard me. You know
That's confirmation, yeah.
And I didn't even ask for it. It was just like, but if I don't put that shit in words out loud, I feel like he's not, like, he's always going to be there. He's always going to help me. He's always going to love me. But he's not, for me, at least personally, the type of person I am, he needs to hear me say it. Because he knows who I am internally.
Like, I'm going to say these words.
Yeah, but me being an avoidant person and very introverted, somebody who sticks to themselves a lot and is quiet just naturally, he's like, nah, motherfucker, you gonna talk to me. Like, you gonna have to say this shit to me or I'm not gonna help you, you know? So I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And see, again, it goes to like your relationship with your maker is your relationship. Mm-hmm. How I view it, how mom views it, how Eryka views it. We're all different. We all have because it's not for anybody to understand. What makes you feel good, what brings you peace, what gives you that feeling, it's all for you. So, and I think things like that, I'm really big on signs, like so big. That to me, like if that first sign, sometimes I ask for signs. You shouldn't ask for signs. Sometimes I flat out ask for a sign, and something will happen. If something happens and I get that immediate, like I don't even have to think about it. Like sometimes something will happen and it'll hit me, and I feel like the spirit, like there's no denying. And so in that moment, when you get those feelings, take it for what it is, because I feel like a lot of people push it away to coincidence or whatever. No, take heed to the signs. That's if you get that feeling, that's God letting you know, I heard you. Yeah. Like, yes, I heard you. And I love those feelings. I love those moments. I love those moments. Do you guys feel like when we have ladies and gentlemen, do you guys feel like healing is different for men and women?
Yes.
You guys, Micaiah, Eric, do you guys feel like there's a pressure to like heal in silence? Do you feel like you can't talk about healing or you can't talk about your pain because you're men and you'll be viewed in a certain way?
Absolutely. Society, the people around us, sometimes significant others, make you seem weak by talking about emotions and all that stuff. So, I mean, a lot of times you just got to put up this front. Pretend to be hard.
Have we ever made you feel weak?
Say what?
If you ever feel like you have to put up front, then I'm going to be completely honest, because I feel like wholeheartedly, I'm not one of those people that think men who are needing help or have issues are weak. So for anybody listening, like, unfortunately, that is very unfortunate for men. But if you're in an environment or a situation, you don't have people around you that can be vulnerable and talk to, you're not around the right people. Like, you should not be feeling like you have to suffer in silence. You shouldn't be feeling like you can't speak on your emotions. You should not be feeling like you have to carry this weight and there's no outlet for you.
You
That's
should be able to
not
be
healthy
vulnerable.
for anyone. Yes.
Everyone should
Without
be able to
being
be
viewed as
vulnerable
less
without
than.
being judged.
Yeah,
But that's not
absolutely.
society.
Yes.
Not
Everyone.
But I
society.
mean, it's like,
But
That's not
but
unfortunately,
we're
society.
not
That's
talking
the
about
in
society,
society,
like the
men
whole thing, like just around. Or do you guys feel that you have to be
Hell
like
yeah.
hold your peace within the family, like
Hell yeah.
around us?
No,
Like,
that's why I asked him, have we ever made you feel that way?
Yes,
okay,
well,
absolutely.
you
in
feel like we have made you feel that way, like you can't have pain or you can't show your pain.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. And without getting
Can I
into
ask who you're
detail.
referring to?
mhm.
No, without getting into detail, because we talk about it all the time. But there was a moment in time where I was having a conversation with mom, and she had told me to get over it. And again, like I said, you want an example, there's an example.
Okay.
It's
And
hard. I think.
in that,
My bad. Go ahead, Eryn. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead, Ty. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say yeah, because two men in the family. I mean, well, I mean Jeremiah just became himself. You know, what I'm saying, a young man, but Tremell and I are the oldest men in the family, right?
Hmm.
Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? And you know, we got nieces, we got nephews, and you know, even being that my sisters are older than me, there's parts of me that I don't want to show my sisters, and I don't want to show my nieces and nephews. I don't even want to show my brother a lot of times. Like, I feel like I got to hold a lot of that shit to myself because I still want y'all to view me. Say we go to war, right? And I'm not talking about literally, but we go to spiritual war. I want y'all to be able to look at me and be like, all right, he got us, you know? And I don't know how Tremell feels,
And you
but
think because you break down sometimes and you be vulnerable with us, we won't look at you that way?
yeah, I mean, and as bad as it may sound, there are moments where it's like I know I look weak, and you may not be thinking, oh, he's weak or he's this and that, but I know there's a part of you that now sees me in a different light than the
Never,
warrior
not
man.
once.
I think
Never,
it's just
not
maybe it's a
once.
man's
Never, not
mindset,
once.
you
No,
know.
I get you.
Most
I completely get you.
definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
Never,
I
not
think
once.
It's
I
like
think
knocking
for
off
I know
knocking off a plate of armor.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Showing weakness is
Yeah.
like knocking off a plate of armor, and
Yeah.
we're less strong at that moment than we were before.
Yeah.
So we hold it to ourselves.
But see, for us it's different though. It's a mindset, unfortunately, like the toxic woman, but then yes, I think it's a male mindset, because for me, and I could consider the same thing, I'm sure mom will say the same thing, like a man who's willing to show his emotions, to me that
Yeah.
you're so
He's a
much
strong man.
stronger
Yeah.
than somebody who's putting up, like, I feel like a man who hides like behind this facade and wants to be tough all the time, and I'll cry and fuck
Yeah.
him, like that masculine, to me that's weakness. Like, you're avoiding
Yes.
human emotions. When you can tap into that real shit, when you can have a breakdown, you're like, it don't make me no less of a man. Like, okay, I cried, and then
Yes.
what? I broke down in this moment. Like, I'm not a weak person, but in this moment right here, I feel kind of weak.
But why do we have to do that
There's
in front of
nothing-
y'all? Why can't we just break down and
You-
do that on our own and y'all just not know about it? Why do we have to do that in front of y'all?
No, I'm not saying you have to do that, but I'm saying, like, to Micaiah's point, like, I don't want you to ever feel like if you ever have a moment where you want to talk, or you need an outlet, or you want to break down, or anything like that, you coming to either one of us, I can speak for both of us. I know this. I would never look at you as less than. Like, I would never look
Never.
at you as weak. I would never look at you like, never.
Yeah. And
I think men who can tap into that and who can securely tap into those emotions, to me, that shows so much strength. Like, it's the complete opposite in my mind.
And I agree with you. I do agree with you, and I do appreciate, you know, y'all lifting out those hands. But because there's been cases where, like, I'll break down in front of my homies. Like, I broke down in front of my homies a bunch of times, for real. But it's just because y'all are my sisters. I see you guys as, like, I have to protect you to an extent. Even being the baby brother, like, I may be viewed as weak because I have this facade of trying to be strong, but the way I view y'all in my heart is I'm the suit of armor before they can. You got to get past me before you can get to them, even being the younger version. You know what I mean? So I have no
Yeah.
problem breaking down in front of people. Like I said, I've broken down in front of my homies countless times. It just comes to, women that are close to me, even mom. I think I've cried, like genuinely cried one time in front of mom because I just don't want the people who I'm supposed to protect ever to see me in a vulnerable state. It's just like you said, it's a man's mindset. It's just we hate feeling weak. We hate that shit. It makes us feel less than.
But let me tell you something.
Yeah.
That day that you were vulnerable with me, I think for me, it was like I felt like you trusted me enough to allow those emotions to come out. So
Mm-hmm.
that was that. And then with you, Tremell, I know what you're referring to. And that was when I was in a really bad space where I was not able to face my own demons of what I had put you guys through. So it was denial because I was just reflecting the pain that was supposed to be mine back on you because I wasn't ready to deal with what I did. So that's why I said those words to you at that time. It's not anything I ever
And
meant, but it was a defense mechanism, which was wrong for me to use. I couldn't deal with knowing or facing the reality of what I had put you through.
And I want to touch on that a little bit because we are talking about healing. And in the beginning of this conversation, like you already did acknowledge that your method is complete avoidance.
Yes.
So you have to, like, the uncomfortable part of this healing thing, and like you cannot place your burden or your healing on anybody else because no matter what has happened in our lives, at this age, in this place, our healing is our responsibility. So when you come to somebody and you want to try to place or put them in a state of guilt, that's not right. You can't make somebody feel guilty if you're not even actively trying to heal yourself. It's like, I'm going to avoid, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm not going to try to fix my trauma, but here, I'm going to make you carry it because you're why this is what it is. Like, the trauma was not our fault. What we went through as kids, the things we encountered, the things we saw, the things that we went through was not our fault. But as adults, and especially all of us now, adults with children and at this age, it's our responsibility to heal. So if you're not actively healing, you are not in a place to put that burden on somebody else because it's contradictory. Like you're just passing the buck. And she's already carried enough of it. She's done carried it for many years. She still operates from a place of guilt all the time. She can't even talk without crying because she still feels heavy guilt for all of the things that she's done. And she's going to have to come to you don't got to feel guilty. It is what it is. I know that's something you're going to deal with, Mom. But for me, don't feel guilty no more. But if you're going to make somebody feel guilty, then you should also actively be working to heal yourself. Because, yeah, that's going to be an easy response.
She
Get
crying
over
now.
I cry
But
all
she
the time.
still
so I
carries
don't
a
know.
lot. She carries a lot of guilt. And I think, and to be completely honest, I think a lot of her guilt comes from witnessing unhealed children. Having to carry that burden of knowing, if you, for example, if you're not healed and you still feel deeply about the things that you encountered, that you dealt with as a child, it's going to be so impossible for her to completely heal. Is witnessing you in real time, still hurting behind things that she ultimately did.
I see.
So this
I
has got
see. Yeah,
both sides.
I see. Like each of you guys have things that you're dealing with that I know originally stemmed from me. So that's really
Yeah.
hard. It's really hard. Like the choices that you guys have made as young children and then as adults, I know that sometimes a lot of that was because of me and what I've put you guys through. So it's like it's really hard. It's really hard, like with Tremell, like he knows that like I'm constantly trying to apologize. And I've told you, Tremell, we need to go to therapy. We do. There's things that we need to deal with.
I think again, right? So, like I've said numerous times, I've forgiven you. I'm over it, but I think that therapy is not for me and you. I think that therapy is for you. I think you need to go to therapy to deal with it. You know what I mean?
And why don't you think you need it?
Because I'm not angry.
It's not about being angry though. It's more.
It's not. It shows up in different ways.
Yeah.
How so? Can you give me an example?
Like your trauma can show up. Anger is not the only way that your trauma shows up. There's other ways that you can go about it. And I'm going to lay it out there. Dynamic between you and mom is very toxic. It resembles that of her marriages. The controlling behavior, the disrespect, the way that you speak to her sometimes, it's very demeaning, it's very degrading. And the way that she seemingly is afraid to stand up to you. She's literally, sorry, I'm just going to say what it is. She is afraid to step up to you. So one, a woman should not fear her son. Second of all, a son should not be talking to his mother the way that you talk to her. And the fact that you still feel the need to talk to her shows there's unhealed trauma. The fact that she's afraid of you, unhealed trauma. Therefore, both of you need counseling.
Do you feel as though that I'm still disrespectful with you?
I'm not afraid of you in a physical sense. I'm afraid of disappointing you. I'm afraid of like.
No, of course not in a physical. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid of like having a conversation, disagreeing with you, honestly disagreeing with you on something deep, right? Something heavy, because I don't want you to not talk to me no more. Like that's my biggest thing with all of y'all. When y'all stop talking to me because something happens or whatever, that's bone crushing.
But you and I don't have that issue. So Erynn speaking on me disrespecting you and you being scared and all that stuff, and it resembles a toxic marriage and all of that stuff. I think that's bullshit.
Well,
because
I don't.
I
don't. I agree with Erynn 100%.
That's why I'm asking, right? Because you guys are not here. Me and Malyk are here.
Eric.
No, hold on. Because you guys can speak about the past. Was I disrespectful? Of course I was. I damn sure was. I had my reasons, right? But you guys are not here. So since we have rekindled our relationship, right? When I decided to move out, I left Houston and I came out here. So that was 6 years ago. Do you feel as though I'm still disrespectful?
I feel
Be honest.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like, we're
I
not here
feel
to
like
play
I
games.
feel like there is a sense of control that you have over me. I feel like sometimes the way you talk to me, it's like I don't feel like you respect me sometimes, right? I do feel like you have control over a lot in my world, whether you realize it or not. And I don't think you even realize that. And I don't know, does anybody else see that?
I don't think it's a control that I'm
Oh,
forcing on
100%.
you. I think it's a control that in your head mentally where you're giving control to someone else.
There's trauma on both sides. You feel the need to control, and she can't stop you from controlling.
But I'm not controlling.
Again, it's on both sides. You are very
Eric,
controlling.
you low-key are, and not even just with mom, just like with me too in general. When I was getting my tattoo, you were like, if you do that, you use Iris
I
a
was
lot.
joking,
You're
my
never gonna
boy.
see my daughter.
I was
But
joking.
you like to do that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like y'all
And then the
y'all
whole, I'm
take
gonna
the
freeze your
jokes.
bank accounts, don't forget how to set up all this, and I'm gonna control. You do that.
Y'all take the jokes as being serious. You want to get a tattoo on your face? It's your face. I told you I didn't agree with it. I gave you my reasons why.
You called my son after we hung up.
Yeah, because you said he was with you. That was it. But again,
You have access to mom's bank account. You have access to her social media.
Hold on. No.
He doesn't have access to my bank account.
And there you go, talking that shit that you don't know.
He doesn't have access
I
to my
don't
bank
have
account.
access to mom. No,
Have you in the past?
I've never had access to mom's bank account.
Not mine.
No.
Do you have access to her social media?
I have her Facebook because I use her Facebook Marketplace because I do not have social media.
When you saw her interacting with a certain ex, did you give her a piece of your mind about it?
Did not at all. I joked with her and I said, yo, I thought he was calling me trying to figure out how he got my number, but then I remembered I'm logged into your Facebook. We didn't argue about it, nothing.
I'm gonna step in.
So you've never talked.
We're gonna have to have a conversation outside of the podcast because I'm not gonna air shit out and push it on the podcast. And you know what I mean, family disputes is family disputes, but we've had interactions and altercations before about certain situations as far as how you're treating her. Like I said, we're gonna have conversations outside of it, but I think your relationship with her is your relationship with her, and we're just gonna have to leave it at that.
See, and so what I'm taking this is, right, because I hear from all three of y'all, two that are not here, and one that I feel as though is in the boat y'all try to put me in. So we can have the conversation, but when it comes to the disrespect, I don't think it's me. I think it's you. But it's not my place. Because everything that they're sitting here telling me, I hear from her about you.
I don't talk about Micaiah disrespecting me.
Wait. I'm confused. Wait a second. Who are you referring to right now, Eric? Me?
No.
No, he's saying that I talked to him about Micaiah disrespecting me. I don't tell you Micaiah disrespects me.
I didn't. And first and foremost, I didn't say disrespect. I didn't even
No,
use
that's
the
what
word.
they said.
Okay,
that's what they said.
Regardless, honestly, I think
Well, it doesn't matter if I lived there or not. I've seen it firsthand.
When
And
did
then,
you see it?
this is how I know it's not just internal, because this is a podcast. So now this is on social media. So I've had 3 people ask me, yo, why did your brother talk to your mom like that? 3 people who have no idea. They don't know the inner workings of our dynamic.
So,
but their response is like, yo, he's a savage. Like, why does he talk to your mom like that? Because
y'all wanted to pod, right? So you guys wanted to pod. You want the views. There are things that are going to have to come with that. The arguments are going to have to come with it.
Yeah, let's change the subject.
Okay. And not at the expense of your mom. Like, she shouldn't be the butt of the joke every time. And like, going to all of this, healing is part of this healing thing is just taking accountability. You may feel how you feel, but you have to respect other people's perspective of the situation. But you can't respond by telling somebody what you feel is wrong, because if that is somebody's feelings, who are you to say that somebody is wrong and how they feel about the situation?
But so here also, with that being said, right, your perspective on that does not matter to me. Eryka's perspective, Malyk's perspective does not matter. It's mom's perspective. So to hear it from y'all, but not her, is going to go in one ear and out the other.
So it's really hard for me to have that conversation. Like sometimes when you talk to me, sometimes I feel like you don't respect me. And I can respect the fact that, I've done things that are not respectable.
Don't do that. Don't do that. See, and that's when you start feeling like you deserve the disrespect. That's your fucked up mindset, and that's the unhealed trauma. What you did is what you did. What you did was wrong. It is what it is. We're not at that place no more. You don't mistreat us anymore. You can't go back to that place. You don't deserve to be disrespected. So don't downplay what you feel because you feel guilty.
I think that me and
you're entitled, and you can say, I don't deserve for you to treat me this way. I don't deserve for you to talk to me this way. You can say that. And I'll stand by it. Eryka stand by it. Kai stand by it. You did what you did. You wasn't the greatest mother. Woohoo. Let's get over that. You still don't deserve to be spoken to in the way that he speaks to you. Point blank, period. Like, why do we even got to sugarcoat that? Don't downplay what you feel. That's your first step right there. Stand solid in your self-worth with the men that you date and with your son. He's not exempt. Any of that.
It's wild. It's wild to hear. No, hold on. Because it's wild to hear this shit from people who walked away from her when I've always been here.
You're joking, right?
No. I'm not because
right?
we start.
Mom can literally tell y'all right now. I'm probably the only one out of everybody that was so angry with her. I was the first one. Like, I've always had a good relationship up until recently. Whatever happened. Up until then, we've always had a solid relationship.
True.
And
so
even when
you
I
can't
felt
say
how I
that.
felt, and I didn't deal with her for many years, we've had a solid situation, and I haven't walked away from her. This has been over 10 plus years that we've now been talking and been in a situation, like in an actual relationship. So we've reconciled. I walked away from her when she was absolutely fucking terrible, and I was unhealed. Yes. I was angry. I was all of those things. Put my hands on her. I knew I couldn't be around her because when I got to that point, putting my hands on her, I knew I was fucked up. Even as much as I hated her in that moment, I knew what I did was wrong, and I could not be around her because it triggered me in such a way. When I got to a place, I did not feel that way around her. When I got to a place where I feel like I can talk to her with a little bit more respect, when I feel like I got to a place where I didn't have to hold what she did to me as a kid over her head, then we can actually heal and we can move past it. Jokes here and there, that's cool, that's funny, whatever. But the way that I talk to her, Mom, when was the last time I spoke to you with any disrespect?
It's been a while.
When was the last time I spoke to you with any disrespect?
Even we just got in like 2-3 weeks ago. Was I disrespectful?
No.
When was the last time I spoke to you with disrespect?
I don't think you. I don't think it's a. I don't.
Last week
I
on
think
podcast?
you're getting confused with what's being said. You don't.
No,
talk
I'm simply just going
no,
off of
it's
what
like
they just said.
it's not a matter of talking to me disrespectful. It's a matter of like certain comments that you make sometimes, or making me feel like I gotta be a certain way around you, or I gotta like
Can
hide.
you give me an example?
What?
That
Because
is what counseling is.
What I'm
for.
saying, because obviously I do it
That's-
so much according to everybody. So I'm asking, can you give me an example?
This is-
Eric, but honestly, she's right in front of you. She's uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're putting her in a spot. You're making her.
She ain't got no need to be uncomfortable. If you got to say what you got to say, say it.
No, it's not. It's hard to put into words. Like me and Eric have a good relationship, right? It's like we have been together the longest out of everybody because of the last 6 years he was here with me or whatever. But I think
Yeah.
Eric feels he has a certain kind of control. I feel my perception is I feel like you have a certain kind of control over me in a sense of like. I know you're shaking your head and you're not agreeing with me, but these are the way I feel. Like I don't want to disappoint you, right? So it's like
But is that a me thing or is that a you thing?
this is a me thing.
Because I can sit
Oh
here
my
and I can sit here and
gosh.
say that I don't want to disappoint my fiance, right? But that don't mean she got control over me. That's
We're not
me.
talking about nobody else except you and Mom right now.
I
and we're
understand
trying to
that,
figure
but
out why
We're
are you
comparing
not able
apples
to
to
just
apples.
accept? No, we're
What-
talking about you and Mom right now, and you just made the comment about how you think she needs counseling, but you don't. You're the only one in this conversation, in this podcast, who has. Oh, you're openly admitting that you avoid, you're not actively working to heal anything within yourself. Therefore, you would probably need more counseling than anybody. So if somebody is telling you, she's sitting in your face, expressing to you that she feels uncomfortable, she feels how she feels, why is it so difficult for you to
Why
just
are
say,
you why are
I'm
you
sorry
leaving? Why
that
are
I
you
make
doing
you
that?
feel
Hold up,
that
he's
way?
shutting everything down. Why are you doing that?
Oh,
I closed my
That's like
laptop.
control.
I closed my laptop that's not being used for the pod. All I did was close my laptop. I didn't cut off anything.
Okay, it's like this is not
Okay.
like
It doesn't even have to go left. It doesn't have to go left. I just wholeheartedly believe if you care about somebody, you love somebody, you respect somebody, if they come to you and they're presenting you with their feelings about how you treat them, the only way to go about it is to take what they're saying to heart. You can hear what she's saying and try to do better. I'm sorry that I'm making you feel that way. We're going to have a conversation and we're going to figure it out, because at the end of the day, I don't want to make you feel that way. Deflecting, avoiding, denying, passing the buck, that's not going to heal, not you, not her, not nobody in this situation. So
You know
there
what
are
else
nothing
isn't going to
that needs
heal?
be
You know
discussed.
you know what else is
I'm
not going to
sorry,
heal?
y'all work on it.
What else is not going to heal
What?
is her not presenting this to me, but you trying to present this from me from 600 miles away. Again, so like I said, it's not
We're having
okay.
your
discussion.
place. It's not your
We're
place.
having
If
a
she felt
discussion.
some way,
You just
she
told
could
me
have said
last week,
something.
this is raw and
Look,
unfiltered.
this isn't
This is
anything.
raw and unfiltered. So she's in a safe space right now. She's in a safe space. So she got Micaiah there. We're on the phone. We're having a podcast.
Can I just ask one question to you, Eric?
What's up?
If in 20, 30 years, Iris is a grown ass woman, has her own children,
Mm-hmm.
the way you handle Mom, if her child or any man spoke to Iris how you speak or handle Mom, sometimes would that not piss you off? Would you feel a certain type of way?
So again, we need to speak on
I'm not
how
sure.
it is.
He can't answer that.
We need to speak on
He
how it
can't
is
answer that.
now. 7, 8, I can't even say 7, 8, 8, 9, 10 years ago. No, it wouldn't be okay. It wouldn't be okay. But again, at that point in my life, in my relationship with my
I'm
mother,
talking about right now.
I don't feel as though I speak to Mom any kind of way. I don't.
Okay, she's telling you otherwise. So your denial is completely different from what she feels. What she feels is what she feels.
I don't feel like
what you're choosing to deny is crazy. It's not about you. Those are about her feelings. Me saying what I'm saying in a podcast in this group setting, this is what the podcast is for. This is what the conversation is for. So it got brought up because you specifically said you thought she needed counseling and you did not. So once again, you passed the buck. We're having a group discussion. And at the end of the day, what she feels is what she feels. Why is it so difficult for you to say, hey, I'm going to have a conversation. Now that I know this is how you feel, we'll work on it. Period. Case closed. What's the problem?
My whole thing
Why is
is
it so difficult?
my whole thing is like I feel like we have a good relationship, but I'm afraid, Eric, of like making a mistake.
You're
again.
afraid of me walking away.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, okay, but that's what I'm
don't-
saying. So it's not me applying any kind of pressure to you. It's you just being afraid of your child walking away. That's with any child. Whether it's me, whether it's Malyk, whether it's Erynn, whether it's Eryka, you're afraid of making a mistake or whatever, having a situation happen and one of your children walking away. That's every parent's fear. That doesn't mean I have control over you.
I don't fear my kids.
I mean, I argue with my kids all the time. I don't never feel like
never.
they're going to walk away from me from like a simple petty argument or
You don't feel that way, but she feels that way.
for a reason. And this is not a gang up on Erynn, you know. I'm pretty sure next time me and mom been beefing for weeks. I ain't spoke to this effer.
Yeah, you did. You told me you love me.
What are we doing?
And I still do. I can still be mad at you and love you.
I had to tell her. I didn't want her to scare you away. I said, Erica's going to join the podcast. Don't make no big fusses. Not just let her ease her way back into the situation. Because I know if I didn't say nothing, she'd be like, oh, kidding, buddy.
Yeah, I would have just immediately ended the call. I would have hung up.
I'd be playing cool. Just relax.
I'm beefing for like a month now. I ain't spoke to this woman in a month,
That's not true.
I think.
I
And that
text
hurt
you.
her feelings.
It's been yeah, but my feelings are also hurt. And then, hey, we gonna figure it out today. Not today. And that's okay.
I still love you, cutie.
I love you too. I'm always gonna be you my what is it, unseasoned, unsoggy, sagatine.
Yes, hey, y'all go back and look at when she said that shit originally. I made a face, and yeah, that shit was weird.
I know. That's why she was like, why are you laughing?
Shit was weird.
I feel like I had that shit memorized. Season cracker.
Yeah, you did say it perfectly earlier. You did.
I need to change that up, for real.
Hell yeah. Now, somebody told me they thought your intro was fire, Mom.
Thank you.
Who
That's
said
so
that?
sweet. Who said that?
I didn't say that.
Okay, so I know who you're gonna say. All right.
He said no, that was smooth. That was
She said non-practicing Caucasian bullshit.
Only
She
to
told me
him.
we had a
Only
banner on the
to
ceiling the
him.
other day. Doing all that.
Anyway.
that's what the
What's
that's
the
her
time limit?
thing.
152.
This was y'all, this was
What?
heavy. This was heavy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. When Eric was like, "Is Erica still here?" I had been texting Erynn like, "Please skip me. Like, I'm not ready for this. I don't want to be emotional. I'm already listening to y'all stories, and I'm getting teary-eyed. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. Please skip me."
Hey, shit, I was trying to get her. I said, just say this. If we don't gotta go too deep into
Nah.
this. I'm like, that's why. And Mom, for a second, got ready to say your name, and I had to. Did you catch it?
Yeah.
Say your name, and I had to change it real quick and fix Micaiah. Go back to him because I knew she wasn't ready. I'm surprised. I didn't cry. I thought I was gonna say, but I did not. But it's heavy. It's a heavy thing because, again,
No, I'm not gonna lie. When Micaiah, Eric, and Mom talking, I got emotional.
yeah,
Just like into their space, I got emotional.
All serious aside.
because we all have shit that we have to heal
no,
from, man.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
all jokes aside, not all seriousness aside. All jokes aside, this shit is scrapped.
What?
What you
Facts.
mean?
It's what?
Scrapped. Erynn, your audio was
Trash.
tragic.
What?
It was like really, really bad.
We decided on this about 45 minutes ago that it was getting scrapped.
It was just, I mean, while you were sitting here listening to it, like we could hear her, we can make out what you were saying for the most part, but as far as like on the video, it's gonna be really bad to understand what you're saying.
Well, we just got to try it and see.
Dang.
That's 2
What a
weeks
coincidence.
scrapped.
Crazy work, right?
Is it still recording the video though? Is it still?
The camera is,
Yeah.
I
Crazy.
think. I mean, it's
No. Well, this was really heavy, y'all. This was really heavy, and I love all y'all. I do. Y'all are the best things that I've ever made.
We know it.
nah, man.
Mm.
Listen, Eric, don't be mad. We still love you, Eric. We're just don't be upset.
Nah,
It's
fuck
nothing
all
personal.
three of y'all.
What's your mouth?
My guy was this. Oh, you have me more, Eric. I'll eat it. I'll eat it.
You can be upset. That's fine. You'll be all right. You'll get over it.
I'll eat it. That's okay. I know you're so
Yeah.
good.
As
'Cause
always.
I ain't scared.
Eric, get over it. As always.
And you should.
What I say? I'm not saying Eric, get over it. I'm saying that.
No, that is what the fuck we're saying, because we all had to. Nobody's exempt here. Nobody's exempt. We have to put the work. What are we crying about?
What I'm saying is, bro, first of all, no one's crying. Second of all,
I am.
Oh, don't relax.
second of all,
Yeah,
what I'm
My
saying is,
terminology.
again, when she mentioned the whole therapy shit, I don't feel the need that we need to have mother-son therapy. I didn't say, yo, you're the only one in this room that needs therapy. I don't need therapy. What I said was, we don't need to have mother-son therapy. If you still feel a way about our upbringing or whatever guilt you hold, that's therapy that you need to seek for your self-peace. I don't need to go sit with you and have mother-son therapy.
But I
And you can
think
feel that way.
Yeah.
You can feel that way, but understand, as a mom, it's your responsibility once again to wash yourself of the fucking guilt. And Eric, you need to understand, when she starts responding to you differently and she don't bow down and she's not afraid of you and she can stand up for herself, the dynamic is going to change.
Nigga, nobody is looking for her to
she's
bow
unhealed.
down. Nobody is looking for any of that.
Okay.
I don't know why y'all
Okay,
have that in
that's
y'all's
fine.
fucking head. Like, that's not the case over here.
I wonder. I wonder. Maybe you should think about it, because if multiple people feel the way, you're the only one in denial. So
Oh.
you're not holding yourself accountable.
But
You're not
like
self-aware.
I
You're not
said,
holding yourself accountable.
the only person who, again, that would matter in this situation is mom. So I honestly, again, I honestly,
we get a lot of our information from. I'm saying, Mom, don't mean to throw you under the bus, but you ain't gonna say shit. Who do you think we get a lot of our information from?
your mother, because she probably can't hold water.
She can't hold.
No, because she
Right
doesn't feel
here.
comfortable enough to say it to you.
That's not my problem.
Oh my God.
It's really not my problem.
But
that
it,
response in itself shows how
That's okay.
but Eric,
crazy-
sometimes
how-
it's
how
like
crazy your
Eric.
thought process is.
Eric, it's like
That's wild.
sometimes it's like when we have conversations or whatever, we disagree or whatever. It's like I try to hold the peace. Like you have made comments on my Facebook when a certain somebody has reached out to me.
When?
In the past.
When?
In the past.
In the past, when?
Like
When I had a Facebook?
no.
Or when?
My Facebook, like you make comments, you have made comments in joke or whatever, but it's like when you say things in joke, sometimes I don't take it as in joke, right? So it's like when you make comments or whatever, like it's kind of like, in a sense, it's like I feel like I don't need a husband. I got you. Like I feel like everything's my emotions or whatever. Like I don't want to do the wrong thing because of you, and it's like you're not understanding that. You're not seeing that. Like the last person I want to disappoint is you, because I feel like I hurt you the most.
Oh,
Bruh.
Like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it.
we all get it. We all get it. And I would suggest for you to go ahead and get therapy and heal the parts of you that have you feeling that way. You're carrying too much guilt. that's your problem. And that you're wrong for it because, yes, it was a terrible situation and what you did. A lot of
Shitty.
there's no
Shitty.
yes. We're not taking away from that. I can only imagine because I feel guilty of my shortcomings. It's hard to acknowledge when we fucked up. Like you're not the only one. I'm not gonna say I'm a terrible mother, but have I done things that I wish I didn't do? Have I said things I wish I didn't said? Fuck yes. Is it hard to acknowledge and admit? Fuck yes. Because we don't want to admit when we fuck up. So if I did the things you did, my God, yes. It would be fucking that would be fucking difficult to own up to, but you've already owned up to it more than enough times, so you need to alleviate yourself from that guilt. And like he said, it's a you problem. It's a you problem. Well, fuck it. Let it be a fucking you problem to do fucking heal. At the end of the day, when we care about people, that is not an appropriate response when we find out that we're hurting somebody that we say we love. So guess what? His inability to take ownership for his part in it, that's his problem. And that will affect him in his own ways, in his own personal situation, in his own life. That will be something he's not exempt from it. He'll have to heal that shit on his own fucking terms. So you worry about you. Alleviate yourself, rid yourself of the guilt, because there's no reason why you should be crying and feeling the way that you feel. It's over and done with. What the fuck are we going to go? Change it? You can change it. You did.
So we will telling me soon. Nothing.
Okay.
And the crazy part about it is that when we were coming up, who was the one person that thought it was me that nobody thought would ever fuck with you again?
Yeah.
When you started talking again, it blew everybody's fucking mind because everybody never thought.
Yeah.
I felt.
You had anger, not hatred.
No, I felt hatred at a point.
But I didn't want to say that, bitch. You had anger.
I say it. No, I did. But I had to understand it. I had to go through my own shit. I had to see her within myself. I was in a situation making her shit when I was like criticizing her for why she stayed in abusive situations, and then here I am dealing with certain things, and I'm like, I really should not, but I stayed in them. So when you see things from a different perspective, you develop a sense of empathy and like, okay, well, and then when you find out the trauma behind why she is the way that she is and why she operated and why she left those maternal instincts, what the fuck you gonna do about it? Her trauma hindered her from having those maternal instincts that to us is like, oh, it's so natural. Like, why would you not be connected to your children? Why would you not want to defend your children? Like, yeah, that makes sense to us, but somebody who's dealt with certain traumas like her, it don't work the same. So that's not her fucking fault. So yeah, what she did was wrong, but the fuck, I'm not gonna spend the rest of my fucking days making her feel shitty about it, because what the fuck is that gonna do for me? Not a damn thing. Ain't gonna do shit for none of us. But keep us fucking stuck in the same fucking cycle. And why the fuck am I turning the audio so full scrapped?
Oh, this was heavy. Yeah, the next one's gonna have to be the Bible prayer. We're gonna do Bible study next time.
Like some ratchet shit.
No,
wait, you said
what?
What she said?
We are.
That's some ratchet shit.
Ratchet.
Yes.
I'm down for the ratchet shit. What we doing?
No,
Matthias, me.
Matthias, his idea was the Bible study. Before we even started asking the mama,
So okay, well, let's do my ratchet shit first, and then we can do things.
Hey yo, be wary of the next podcast. There's gonna be some new what'd you say? What is it called? Sound effects? Yeah, it's gonna be some new. Yeah, so hey, I'm also a little tipsy. I wasn't expecting the shit to hit me this hard, Joe.
He came, I said, you want a drink? I made him a drink.
Hey, ratchet shit, though, what we doing, Cardi?
Cardi? Wait, what? Wait, I heard Cardi.
Yeah,
What?
That's her keyword.
Little dance came out. I did her little dance.
We could pick a ratchet topic.
Are we done
Should we
here?
let Eryka be in charge of the fucking topic next week?
Yes.
Who?
I vote yes.
Eryka.
Micaiah?
No, hell no. Hell no.
We said,
Oh, no, Micaiah. Because I'm really not a ratchet, guys. I'm bougie ratchet. It's just a joke.
She's
Makai
talking
ain't got
big.
no
I talk a bit.
Eryka, bougie as fuck.
All
Yeah.
right.
Huh? I'm not that bougie no more. Y'all know that.
All right. Anybody got any
Who
final
chose
words? Got any final
Who in charge of
words?
the talk?
Yeah,
No,
we gotta figure it
actually,
out.
what I want to what I
No,
wanted to-
we have no words.
no, what I wanted to do, which was my plan from the fucking beginning, because I knew it was going to be a heavy topic. At the close of this, what I want to do is everybody go around and celebrate a fucking win. Say something that you're proud that you overcame, or proud that you changed with it, like just a win for everybody. Something about yourself that
well,
you're proud
count me
that you
out.
did.
Okay, go ahead. Y'all
No,
start.
bitch, no.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Dude, Mom, go ahead first.
Why I gotta go first?
We
Just
talk
go,
about
Mom.
trauma. You mean to tell me we can't pick one win? Something that you proud that you overcame, girl.
I am proud of a lot of things. I am proud of where we all are right now. Like
No, personal
you.
win. A personal
You-
win.
a
You.
personal win. A
You.
personal
What
win
did
for
you
me.
do? A small win.
What's a small win for me?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I almost dropped my keys on my desk. So the fact that I didn't, that's a win.
Yep. You know, I'll mention another
my-
personal
oh
win.
my
What, you got
God.
3 leases last week or this week?
Huh?
You got 3 leases this week, right?
I got
Oh, look
three-
at Micaiah.
That's a
Something.
that's a
Go ahead,
fucking win.
Malyk.
Come on, now. What you talking about?
I got 3 leases. Yeah.
All right.
He said,
Next,
"Hype
you
me
got a
up."
win over there?
Yeah.
Hype me up.
I'm just glad that I made it through
What
this
you proud
fuck ass
of?
podcast.
Yes.
Erica, what's your win?
Expected response, Eryka.
My win, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. It ain't personal. But Isaiah's about to finish his junior year.
Yeah.
That's personal.
And you got into it, bitch.
All 3 of my kids have. I didn't continue the cycle. All 3 of my kids will graduate high school. I'm a person who did not
Hey.
graduate, and all 3 of my kids will graduate. And Isaiah will graduate with his associate's degree.
Oh, shit.
That's
For
what
real?
it ain't happened yet. It'll happen next year. But that's my only right now.
That's good.
How you do that?
He took some classes.
And you
He took
did
some
that.
college
He's
classes.
taking college classes in this year, and he has to take 5 classes during his summer break, which he's pissed about, but he gonna do it because he ain't got no choice.
Am I the only nigga without some type of college degree in this bitch?
Nigga, I don't have a diploma.
Yo, Erica, me and you in the same boat,
I'm trying
twin.
to work on my GED this summer. I'm trying to take classes to take my GED. That's my
fucking
highlight of
failures.
the year.
Let's
I'm
just
gonna do
take
that.
Not fucking failures,
Failures
nah. 'Cause
together.
everybody's path is different, Bookie. Everybody's path is different.
All right, Eryn, what's your
But if
win?
y'all want, y'all take classes together. A
We have
win,
to
a
take
win.
classes.
Online classes, bitch. Y'all could be in the same class.
Wait, you? Okay, go ahead, bitch.
You and Micaiah.
Nah, she was showing
He
you.
already got his diploma. I'm my GED.
Oh.
He's taking college courses. I'm taking high school shit. We are not on the same level.
Never mind.
But
Whatever, girl.
What's your win, Eryn?
My win. I feel like I got a lot of wins recently that I'm proud of, but I'm at a place where, like, I don't let my fears stop me. I'm scared of shit. Y'all know I got a fear of fucking public speaking. Like, I don't think y'all understand that open mic shit. That was a big fucking deal. When I left that motherfucking establishment, I was like I was giddy as fuck when I left there because I couldn't believe I did it. I'm terrified of public speaking, but I got up there, so I'm at a place
I
now
remember
where
you at West. I remember you at West. You
Yes.
couldn't speak because you had shaky voice.
full blown panic attacks. Like it was terrible. And she would be sitting next to me laughing at me, which would make it worse. I hated that shit. I still hate it. But I'm at a place now where I'll be scared, but I'll still do some shit. Cause what the fuck gonna happen? I'm not gonna die. I'll be fine.
All you gotta do now.
I can push past my fear.
All you gotta do now is face some clowns.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Back to the Chris Brown meme. Fuck no. Hell no.
All right.
If I can do that, I'm unstoppable.
Right. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and
yes.
close it up now. I want to thank y'all all
Wait.
for What?
Did Micaiah say his win?
I did say my win.
What? Wait, what was your win, Micaiah?
He didn't. He just said his.
You didn't say your win?
But we only heard from Eric one part from Eric too.
Oh,
His win was he got through this fuck ass podcast. He not
but we need to hear the rose, not the thorn, the rose.
Yeah, let's hear the rose first before we end this bitch. What's the rose, twin?
The rose.
The who?
The rose. What's the rose? The positive win.
The good,
What you mean?
the
What
good
was
part,
the
yeah.
positive win?
For the week, for you
That was it?
personally. Nah, because
That was it.
we all in the same boat with this one.
No, that was it.
I'm not leaving until this nigga give a rose.
He
And I
gave his
got
thorn,
places
we
to
need
be.
the rose.
We hitting a whole lot of thorns right now.
You ain't got places to be
I do.
drinking like that. No.
Miss ma'am,
No.
I
Drinking
have
like that?
prior obligations from
Then you
tonight.
shouldn't have been drinking.
I'm actually
with
not that
Mom.
drunk. I'm actually not drunk. I promise you. It's all a facade. It's
He's
an act.
lying because he's starting to sweat.
It's hot as shit up
Don't
here.
let-
It's hot as shit.
You right underneath the fan.
No, it's hot as shit. What's your rose, twin?
She gonna let him leave too. Drunk.
She can't stop me.
There, see
Eric,
that
what's
part
your
right there.
rose?
That part right there.
What?
What?
Nothing. What's your rose?
What? Hold on. What should be? What the fuck was that? What you talking about? All right, come on. What's your rose, twin?
My daughter said hello today,
Hell yeah.
Aw.
but
That's
she's
a
been
rose.
She
saying
said
that for
what?
the last year. So
She said what?
she said hello.
She said hello.
Let's
It's me.
train her to say nigga.
Mm.
Can we do that?
I don't think she gets that
Fuck
pass.
up.
Next time I see,
No.
last time I saw Iris, I was like, say nigga, say nigga. She wasn't going for it.
Dante was trying to get Jersey to say that shit today. Dante said, can I say it? Can I say it? He just want to cuss in front of me so bad. I said, go ahead, Dante. And then he just had a field day. And he was like, let me go tell Jersey. So he went out. He's like, niggas be tripping. I'm like, Jersey, you say it. You say it. She was like, why are you talking like that? He was like, you say it, Jersey. She was like, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Hey, if you ever get
I wonder if
Jersey
she
to say
ever
that
said the
shit,
N-word.
bro,
You
get
don't
that
think
shit
she
on
says it
camera.
on the little...
She says the hard R.
No, she said she don't say it. No, I don't think she says it.
Can we say that on the podcast?
No, she.
We're black. We'll be all
I
right.
know
This
Deja
nigga
don't say
here.
it, but Isaiah, and then they do.
Yeah, I think it's.
Hell yeah. They
I
make me
think
say
you're-
nigga.
I
every
know
other
Isaiah.
sentence.
Jersey.
You better be careful, nigga, because you don't look like a nigga.
Who you talking about, Isaiah?
Oh, Isaiah?
He look very white.
What
You
does a
better calm
nigga look
down.
like? That's crazy.
I think he don't look like he's black at all.
So black people are niggas?
He don't look
So
like
he don't
he'll
look like he get to say that word. He always be doing a picture like, this is my mom. This is my mom. My mom's half. Like, he don't say half black, but he's like, my mom's black, so I can say it. Or I can do this.
I mean, listen, Isaiah, I don't think nobody gonna fuck with Isaiah. That nigga, he cool, man. He a cool kid in high school. I see it. I got him on Instagram.
Yeah, see,
yeah.
you ain't going nowhere. Look, he can't go
You should
nowhere.
follow him on TikTok, Micaiah.
I don't have a TikTok.
Micaiah, follow him on
Follow
TikTok.
him.
I don't have a TikTok.
Follow him on TikTok. He got a little girlfriend now. She Puerto Rican.
I see her all the
Oh,
fucking
God.
time. I don't have a TikTok though.
No,
I
that's
can't
not the
follow.
girl. He just started posting her.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just started posting. He posted her like 3 times the other day.
Tell him to stop posting that other woman.
He's that
yet.
little girl. And he be posting all types of bitches. I'm like, what are you doing, nigga?
If I was his woman, I'd be like, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing here? Anyways, though,
We not even gonna get. That's the next topic.
That's the next topic, huh?
It's his first girlfriend. The first girl that he's real serious with. That's 17, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
I didn't even get to say my thing.
What the fuck?
How you gonna do that?
You did. You went first.
you did say your
No.
win.
Okay,
Tim.
say it real quick, Bob.
No, I just wanted to tell everybody to have a good night and thank you for joining us. And we know this was very deep and very hard. And you know,
Listen,
And
hold
it'll
on.
never see the light of day.
Nah, yeah, hold on. Real shit. It's probably never gonna see the light of day. But if it do see the light of day, let me look y'all in your face and tell you this real quick.
I'm gonna tell you, and if that's the case, I promise you right now, this will be the last time, Mom. So I hate to break your heart, but I'm not gonna keep doing this.
no.
Okay, guys. Tonight's a
Wasn't it
Nah,
her
I'm
fault?
not
though?
gonna-
tonight.
Wasn't it her fault that it's getting
I'm
scrubbed?
not.
What?
It's her fault that it's getting scrubbed.
Huh?
Well, it's because your
It's not
audio.
her fault that's getting scrawled. I think you're a little upset that you got called out, Eric.
Nigga,
And that's okay. We all get called out sometimes.
the timestamp
What?
on my message with Malyk, who's sitting across from me.
I'll be honest. Aaron's audio
I'm
was
okay.
absolutely terrible.
Well, y'all have
So I
Yeah,
won't
what?
be participating. So have a good
No,
night.
no, no,
Go
no.
ahead.
See,
no,
I don't.
no,
I don't think
What
we
you
should do
doing?
that. I don't think we should do that.
No.
But I will say though.
Mom, say your outro.
All right,
Sorry, Makai, I didn't mean to cut you off.
fair enough.
I'm
Look,
sorry.
again,
I'm
y'all.
sorry.
Thank you for joining us. We know this got a little deep and a little uncomfortable, but you know what? Sometimes you got to get uncomfortable to get to the healing, which is what the topic was on this today. So take what you want, and the rest of it, just go ahead and have at it.
Have at it. Family divided. We left, we shop, but we're still united. Hot takes, hard hits. You're all invited.